Congratulations coming up from the audience, please. This is indeed a very, very prestigious moment for all of us. May I also request the following dignitaries to kindly grace the dais as I respectfully take the names. Shri Janardhan Prasad, Director General, Geological Survey of India. I may request you, sir, to kindly grace the dais. I also request Shri T.P. Singh, Director General, BISAG N, to also kindly grace the dais. And I also request Shri Sanjay Lohia, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Mines to the Government of India, to kindly join us on the dais. Well, our revered dignitaries on the dais, senior officials from the echelon of Government of India, leaders from the industry, delegates, stakeholders, friends from press and media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. We understand that most of the geoscientific data in the country generated by the Geological Survey of India is expressed through the official website of the organization. But for a time it was felt comprehensively there must be a more inclusive and a more robust platform which is as per state of the art as well, so that they can include work being carried out by other organizations and private entities as well. Well, the Ministry of Mines, in its flagship program, thus sprung into action to develop a national geoscience data repository for hosting a wealth of geoscientific database in GIS-enabled platform for easier dissemination in order to boost the exploration activities in the country. Well, it has been a Herculean task coming up from the Ministry of Mines to actualize this, and this time is ripe to see the launch of the NGDR portal befitting this occasion. Well, dovetailing this launch is also a roadshow, which has been planned to drum up interest amongst the potential bidders in the offer being given regarding the various critical mineral commodities for the purpose of auction. Well, these broadly form the center stage of discussion and deliberation which this event promises to achieve. Moving forward, may I now request, ladies and gentlemen, Shri Sanjay Lohia, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Mines, to give the welcome address. He has been in the Ministry of Mines for the last 3 years and has effected and facilitated various policy reforms and initiatives been taken by the Ministry of Mines. You're welcome, sir.
Respected Secretary Mines, Shri V.L. Kantarao, Director General Geological Survey of India, Shri Janardhan Prasad, Director General BISAG and Shri T.P. Singh, Dr. Veena Kumari, Joint Secretary, my other colleagues in the ministry, other ministries, BISAG, representatives of the state governments, representatives of industry, mining companies, exploration companies, PSUs, members from media, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to this important function where National Geoscience Data Repository portal will be launched and a roadshow on critical minerals will be held. An ambitious journey started in May 2020 with the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan announcement, when Ministry of Mines committed to bring structural reforms to boost growth, employment and bring state-of-art technology, especially in exploration. Ministry of Mines committed to auction 500 mineral blocks. After this announcement, the pace of auctions have picked up and more than 500 blocks have been put on auction, and out of that more than 300 have been successfully auctioned. The MMDR Act has been amended to introduce a number of reforms, including allowing private sector exploration agencies in exploration in the year 2021. Till date, 16 private exploration agencies have been empaneled and a number of projects have been sanctioned to them from NMET. We have recently announced a new scheme for these private exploration agencies. A brief on those, the new scheme will be given after a few minutes. The Act has been further amended in the year 2023 to introduce a new mineral concession called Exploration License and a list of critical and strategic minerals which will be auctioned directly by the state government. Already 20 mineral blocks of critical minerals have been put on auction, and today's roadshow will focus on these blocks. Apart from bringing changes in the laws and rules to promote exploration through private sector, the ministry has been focusing on other aspects of exploration like completing baseline geoscience data generation and increasing focus on exploration of critical minerals. GSI will complete baseline geoscience data surveys in a short period in order to facilitate building vibrant exploration ecosystem in the country. it is necessary that all exploration data, including baseline geoscience data, is easily available to all stakeholders, both private and government agencies. Therefore, the ministry decided to build a new portal called National Geoscience Data Repository, which has all the exploration data generated by various exploration agencies in the country and which is user-friendly. The NGDR project was sanctioned from NMET for rupees 34.07 crore in September 2021. The responsibility of developing the portal was taken up by BISAG N at Gandhinagar. The portal has been developed by BISAG on open source platform. Both GSI and BISAG have worked together to make this portal user-friendly, and this portal has many layers of geological and other related data. With the launch of this portal, India will join countries like Australia and Canada, which have such geoscience data portals. The portal will have geoscience data generated by GSI, state governments, PSUs, and private companies. The data will be easily downloadable and usable. The portal will be of great help to not only private exploration agencies, companies within India and outside India, but also for officers of Geological Survey of India, state governments, and academic institutions in the country. The launch of this portal is a very important building block in developing a state-of-art exploration ecosystem in the country. I welcome you to this important milestone in journey of the mineral sector of the country. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, sir, for your welcome address and also giving us an insight on today's event and the round of deliberation as it progresses. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we take a small breather here and we make way for 3 back-to-back presentations, which are very essential, and these are to be tackled and addressed by seasoned campaigners from officials from Ministry of Mines. Well, it is to do with the soul of the subject, which is on discussion today, and these are to do with the critical mineral auctions, the exploration license, and the NMET program. So first on that list, as we all are aware, that the invitation for bids for grant of mineral concession of critical and strategic minerals was published on the 29th of November 2023. And to make a detailed account on the presentation of this, may I invite Srimati Veena Kumari D, Joint Secretary to the Ministry of Mines, onto the dais for her presentation.
Secretary, Ministry of Mines, senior officers on the dais, off the dais, scientists from Geological Survey of India, industry representative, press and media. A warm good evening to all of you and welcome to this program. My role here is to give an introduction about the auction of critical and strategic mineral blocks, which we have launched on 29th of November. I don't think the participants here do any introduction about the MMDR Act, which regulates the mines and mineral development in the country. And under the MMDR Act, the central government has notified mineral auction rules. The mineral auction rules gives the details about the process of grant of mineral concession, especially the auction process. And recently in August 2023, MMDR Act has seen an amendment, which is a very important and a game changer in the mineral administration in the country. Through this amendment, 24 minerals of critical and strategic nature has been included in Part D of the first schedule of the MMDR Act, and the power to auction these blocks has been taken by the central government. Even though the central government auctioned these blocks, the revenue raising out of this auction and the subsequent operationalization will continue to be accrued to the state government. And this has been included by section, this power has been given to the central government through section 11D of the MMDR Act. Now coming to the launch of the auction, first tranche of auction by the central government. As I told, in August 2023, the amendment has come into effect, And then we are very proud to say within 3 months we could bring out 20 blocks into auction, and these 20 blocks are in 8 states of the country. These are in Bihar, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, and Chhattisgarh. And these minerals which are going under auction are important minerals like glauconite, graphite, molybdenum, nickel, phosphorite, potash, and rare earth element. And of these 20 blocks, 4 blocks are going for mining lease, and 16 blocks are for composite license. Of these 20 blocks, the level of exploration is G2 level for 5 blocks, G3 level for 9 blocks, and G4 level for 6 blocks. The details will be coming in the detailed presentation which will be given subsequently. So now coming into the block, I'll just give you a snapshot of the block. In Bihar, we have 2 glauconite block and 1 nickel chromium and PGE block. All these 3 blocks will go for composite license, and you see we have kept the reserve price at a very low level of 2%. And in Gujarat, we have 1 nickel and chromium block. It is also going for composite license. In Jharkhand, we have 1 block of potash, and is also again composite license. In Odisha, we have 4 blocks, 1 nickel and copper block, 2 graphite and manganese block, and 1 graphite block. They are of these, the graphite block is going for composite license, and all other blocks are going for mining lease. So we have around 5 blocks of molybdenum in Tamil Nadu. These are the molybdenum blocks in Tamil Nadu, and I am very happy to say this will be the first auction in Tamil Nadu, and we have 2 graphite blocks also in Tamil Nadu. And in Uttar Pradesh, we have glauconite and phosphorite block. All these blocks are going for composite license, and the lithium blocks are there, one in Jammu and Kashmir and another in Chhattisgarh. So the Chhattisgarh block has RE also, and all these blocks are going for composite license. So now I'll just give you what are the timelines for this auction. The last date for receiving the queries from the bidders is on today, 19 December, and we have a pre-bid conference on 22nd December. Then we will be giving the response to the queries by 5th January. And the last date for the sale of tender document is on 16th January, and 22nd January is the bid due date, and the technical bid will be evaluated on 23rd January. Then we will be subsequently the announcement of qualified bidders and initial price offers, and the auction process will start from February 16th. So this is the timeline. Now I request Mr. Lovesh Singla from SBI CAB to give a detail about the auction process. Over to you.
What is the date for pre-bid meeting? What is the date?
Sir, 22nd.
Go back.
वो इसमें दिया नहीं सर, 22nd.
वही तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट तो वही है. आपने क्या प्रेजेंटेशन दिया? We have to tell them when is the pre-bid meeting. They are all waiting for pre-bid meeting. When is it?
Sir, I have told, sir, 22nd December. I have told
what is
it
this
in my
bid due date? 22nd January. What is this?
Sir, January 22nd is the submission, bid submission date, sir.
It starts on January 22nd.
Yes, no, sir, last date for submission of the bid is on 22nd January, sir.
Okay, and 22nd December is the pre-bid.
Yes, sir, that is on this Friday is the pre-bid meeting, sir.
Okay, very good. So you tell them where is the pre-bid meeting and when is it?
So it is in a hybrid format, sir. We will give the location by tomorrow, sir.
Okay, it is on It is on Friday in Delhi.
In Delhi, sir, 11:30 on Friday in Delhi. It is a hybrid. Those who want to participate in physical form, we are giving the location by tomorrow, sir.
And anyone can participate.
Yes, sir. Anybody can participate. And we have put a notice for the pre-bid meeting in the auction platform, which is MSTC platform, sir.
So is there a registration involved for registering for the pre-bid meeting, or is it open?
It is open, sir.
And
Is there a
they can start sending queries from now onwards, or they give the queries only on the pre-bid date?
Sir, we will accept the queries now also. On email, we are
So
getting
is there an
queries,
email
sir.
address where you receive
Yes,
queries?
sir,
What is
yes.
the email address? Can you flash it here?
Oh.
Is it part of the presentation of that SBI cap?
We will put it in the SBI cap presentation type.
आपके presentation में वो email address है? वो email अभी लिखिए, कोई जो PPT में बैठा है वो लिखिए email address क्या है और mobile number क्या है. Okay? Carry on.
Good evening, everyone, all the dignitaries, delegates, and participants. I'm Lavesh Singla from SBI Capital. We are the transaction advisor to Ministry of Mine for this auction process. First of all, this part of the presentation will deal with the auction process itself, that what is the auction process and what are the eligibility conditions and other details. First of all, for eligibility condition, Section 5 of the Act would be applicable. Could you please click on the link? Can you please click on the link, Section 5? So, the person or the company or the entity which is participating should be of Indian national. If it's a person, they should be Indian national. If it is a company, it should be registered under the Indian Companies Act. If it is an association of person like a partnership, all the partners of that particular partnership should be Indian nationals. Back. Please press back button. Second thing is regarding Section 6 of the Act. Now, Section 6 deals with the area limits, that how much area an entity can hold maximum for one mineral in a particular state. As per the Act, for ML, this area limit is 10 square kilometers. For CL, composite license, this area limit is 25 square kilometer, unless it is increased by the central government on advice of state government. So one such case which we have here is Odisha, where iron ore and its associated mineral. So manganese, the area limit is 58 square kilometer. For every other mineral which is a part of this NIT, the area limit would be as per the Act, which is 10 square kilometer ML, 25 square kilometer CL. If there is an entity which is already holding mineral concessions of that particular mineral in that particular state, and then you cannot have any more LOIs. So please be sure that your existing mineral concessions of that particular mineral in that particular state are within the prescribed limit. Back, please. Third thing is regarding net worth requirement. Now, this eligibility criteria is coming very important for us, that what is the net worth of an individual or of an entity to participate in a mineral auction block. Now, net worth is a derivative of VER, which is value of estimated resources, and VER of each block is different from the other. So this net worth number would be different for all the 20 blocks. So this detail you can avail from the block specific tender documents. There are certain instruments which are eligible for a company and different instruments eligible for an individual. The list is highlighted here, that in case of an individual, you can have instruments like your deposits in various saving banks, in post office, your fixed deposits, whatever Kisan Vikas Patra, bonds, share of listed companies, any assets, fixed assets which are not encumbered. So those are a part of your net worth. Similarly, for a company, the net would be derived from your balance sheet. It would be the sum of the paid up share capital and free reserves as per the audited balance sheet. Back button, please. Next button. So there is a brief illustration of how the net worth is computed. So let's, this is just for illustration purposes. Please do not take this representative of any block. This is just an example calculation. So we have a block where the resources are 100 million ton, right? And the average price of that particular mineral is rupees 470 per ton. And this price comes from the price listed out by IBM, Indian Bureau of Mines. So what is the VR of the block? That would be quantity multiplied by the per unit price. That comes out to rupees 4,700 crores. So net worth requirement for a block of VR more than 1,000 crore is 2%. So 2% of 4,700 crore becomes 94. So 94 crore is the minimum net worth of the participant entity to be eligible in participation for this block. And upfront payment, performance security, that is 0.5% of VR and shall be 23.5%, 23.5 crore rupees. Back. So it is important to notice that there's an upper cap when it comes to net worth criteria. For ML block, it is 200 crore rupees. So if there's a block for which the net worth requirement, if computed through VR, is more than 200 crore, there's an upper cap at 200. So net worth requirement is capped at 200 for ML and 100 crore for CL blocks. The slab is such, if the VR of a block of ML is less than 100 crores, the net worth requirement would be 0.5% of VR. If the VR of a block is more than 100 but less than 1,000 crore, then the VR requirement is 1% of the VR. And lastly, if the VR of block is more than 1,000 crore, the net worth requirement is 2%, capped at 200 crores. In case of CL, there are only two slabs, less than 100 crore, more than 100 crore. If it is less than 100 crore, VR requirement for net worth is 0.5%. Otherwise, it is at 1%, capped at 100 crores. Another thing that we have to notice, and which is very important, that there should be only one bid per entity per block. So a company or individual, they can participate in all 20 blocks, that is okay. But in one block, there should be only one bid by them. Even the affiliates, they should also participate only one affiliate in per block. And the definition of affiliate, you can refer to Companies Act. If it is found that two affiliated entities have participated in the same block, please be aware that the bids of both such entities shall be rejected summarily. Next slide, please.
Hold on. Are you open to questions during the presentation?
Sir, as you suggest, it should be rather that at the end of presentation we can take the queries.
You open up for, my request is that anyone who has a question, please ask.
Sure.
So that, this is the first time we are doing auction from the Ministry of Mines, and we have derived from the experiences of other ministries, state governments, in formulating this, and SBI Caps is helping us in this process. So if you have any questions, you should stop at any stage and ask. This is the most important presentation of today. So I request, I have a question, by the way.
Yes, sir.
This net worth requirement is as on which date? That is, as on the day the bid is submitted. What is the day on which you will calculate? Because net worth can change, my net worth can change every day.
So in case of a company, the net worth is coming from the balance sheet of the company, the audited balance sheet. So the last audited balance sheet, which is the 31st March, in this current case, right? We have launched the NIT. So 31st March 2023, that would be the date of which balance sheet we'll be referring to for computation of the net worth.
For individual?
For individual, it is as on bid due date. GST. In case of a company, could you clarify the query, please? So net worth is not really a payment, sir. That's a check for your eligibility. The payments like tender document fee, it will attract GST of 18%. Yes, we are covering it in the subsequent slides. If the foreign entity has an Indian subsidiary, then yes, they can participate if the subsidiary is listed under the Indian Company Act. Yes. Sorry?
No, the second question is not for him. वो second question हमारे लिए है. अभी जो नियम कहता है वो ये है कि वो इंडियन कंपनी होना चाहिए, है ना? तो इसके बाद वाले सेशन में आपको क्वेश्चन आंसर कर देंगे.
Sir, one point is there.
We'll be short of time. मंत्री जी आ रहे आधे घंटे.
Fine, sir. No problem. I'll ask later on.
I'll note down the question.
Kindly, sir.
We can move on? Yeah. So regarding the e-auction process, this is a two-stage forward and ascending e-auction process. There are two kind of documents listed out which are on the MSTC website. One is a free document, one is a paid document. Now free documents mainly mean mineral block summary, which gives you a brief summary about the technical details of the block, where it is situated, what are the quantity of mineral and what is the grade. Second is the blank tender document, which is again listed on MSTC. You can get an idea that what are the do's and don'ts and terms and conditions through which the auction process will be run. Now there are certain other documents like geological reports, block specific tender documents. They are hidden behind the paywall. For accessing those documents, you have to make payment of the tender document fee for the block in which you are interested. Once you do that, you will get access to the paid documents of that particular block. What we recommend and suggest strongly that please keep checking the MSTC website from time to time, because any updates, any corrigendums, addendums, correction, any notices, they are uploaded on MSTC website. So please keep checking this website on a regular basis. So bidder, while they submitting the bid is to be submitted as well as on a physical mode, as well as on the MSTC website in the scanned format of your documents. The bid will have two aspects to it. It will have a technical bid as a price bid. Price bid would be the reserve price, which is listed out in the previous slide as in percentage terms. The bid that you submit as a IPO has to be equal or higher than the reserve price listed out. So in the round one of auction, like I said, it's a two-stage auction. In round one, first of all, you submit your technical bids, both on MSTC platform as well as in the physical mode by the bid due date. The platform will not accept any bid when the bid due date has passed by. Along with that, you submit the initial price offer. So once we get the initial price offers and the bids will be evaluated on technical criteria. The people who meet the technical eligibility criteria are listed as TQBs, technically qualified bidders, and then the price bid of only the TQB will be opened. Till that point, your price bid is not decrypted by the department. Can you please click on the link? So the rule says that top 50% of the ranks or 5 will move to the next stage. Suppose the example shows that if we have less than 5 bidders, TQBs, right, we will open the price bid of all the 5 players and all 5 TQBs shall move on to the next round of auction. However, if the number of participants is more than 5, for example, if we have 10 participants who are TQB, 50% of 10, which is 5, will move to the next round. So the price bids will be arranged in a descending order and top 5 will make it to the next round. If it is an odd number, like if it is 11 bidders, then the half of that is 5.5. We round it off to the next higher number. So top 6 will move to the round 2. Back button, please. Now the people who have moved to the round 2 of auction, highest IPO received in round 1 becomes the base price of round 2. And round 2 is dynamic in nature. That is, the auction takes place on MSTC portal. Can you click on the link, please? The auction takes place on the MSTC portal. So there is this illustration that in round 1, we received IPO ranging from reserve price, let's assume it was 5%. And the bids we have received, the price bids from TQBs was ranging from 5.5 up till 10%. And the highest, which is 10, that shall become the reserve price of round 2. And 10% say, the floor price say the auction will commence. And here the auction is dynamic in nature. That is, people can revise their bids on the upward side. You will not see that who is the H1 at the moment. However, you will see what is the H1's price. Suppose the price is at 12.5%. So the other competitors, they can put in a higher price. They can put in 12.5, 12.6, but not a number lower than 12.5. So till the time these bids keep on coming, the auction window is for 2 hours. However, if the bidders are participating and bids keep on coming, the bid will auto extend by in the window of 8 minutes. Till the time, in the last 8 minutes, no further bids are received. Back button, please. So the person who has submitted the highest price at the end of the auction is the winner of the process and is technically declared as the preferred bidder. Now, while submission of technical bids, all these details are available in the model tender document as well, and it's a free document, you may refer to it. However, we'll still mention that the bid is to be submitted online as well and offline as well. If the bid is submitted only in one mode and not in the other mode, the bid will be rejected summarily. So please make sure that by bid due date you have submitted bid in both the modes. The documents which have to be submitted are, the performers are provided in the tender document itself, bid letter, bid security, the quantum of bid security, it will be mentioned in the block specific tender document. The power of attorney, affidavit, these again performers are available in the tender document itself. Corporate authorization, this is only specific if it's a company, not for individuals. Net worth certificate, you will have to have the GST certificate or the bank letter. This is applicable only for individual or proprietorship, not for company. And last is the proof of nationality. Now, proof of nationality is again to justify that whether you're Indian national or an Indian company or an Indian participant or not. So, bidding parameter, how is there a query? So, can you please have the mic? Yes, there is a bid security, sir. That is the earnest money. The quantum of bid security is listed down in each tender document. Yes. Move on. So, the bidding parameter, the bidding, how the auction actually takes place. The auction takes place in the terms of value of mineral dispatch. It's in the terms of a percentage. The reserve price as listed out on the previous slides. That is what it shows that how, can you click on the button which is amount payable? Yeah, I'll take an example. So how this bid auction parameter works. It is a payment. So before this auction regime came in 2015, the bidders who were doing mining, they had to pay the royalty, the NMAT and DMF, other such statutory payments. Now with the advent of the e-auction regime after 2015, while all the existing parameters like royalty, NMAT, DMF are still payable, an added line item, an auction parameter which is value of mineral dispatch has been added. How it is computed is listed out. For example, it's a monthly payment. So let's assume that the sale price of the good that you're selling is rupees 500 per ton. In that particular month, you have dispatched 1 MT of that particular mineral. And the percentage on which you won the block, let's assume it was 15%. It's just an illustration. So how this amount will be computed? First of all, we'll see the VR of the mineral dispatch. Quantity 1 million ton multiplied by the unit price 500 into 15%, which is the revenue share you have to submit to the state government on a monthly basis. This payment is going to the state government. So the revenue share is 7.5 crore rupees. Please make sure that this is over and above royalty, DMF and NMAT. Those payments are still to be made on a regular basis. Back button, please. So now there's a initiative by the Ministry of Mine where this, to expedite the mining process, discount, a so-called discount of 50% was given to bidders who will expedite their commencement process. So as per the tender document, your COD date is 5 years from the date of issuance of LOI. If someone works on an expeditious basis and are able to operationalize their mine prior to the 5-year getting ended, then suppose the mine gets operational in 3 years. So for a period of 2 years, you will get a rebate of 50% on auction premium only. Royalty, NMAT, DMF, they are to be paid total 100%. No discount is available on them. This rebate is only on the auction premium. So what are the payments? So the question that you had asked will be captured here about GST. So first of all, for participating, you have to purchase a tender document. This participation fee is rupees 3 lakh and GST is applicable over and above. Now this 3 lakh is for per block. If you're participating in 5 blocks, you'll have to pay 3 lakh rupees separately for each of the 5 blocks. So by paying the tender document fee, you'll have access to the paid documents which are behind the paywall. The earnest money, which is the bid security, is 0.25% of VR. The exact quantum is listed out in each tender document. Now these are for the tender document and the bid documents. After that, whoever has won the block, they have to pay a upfront payment. In case of ML blocks, it is 0.5% of VR. It is payable in 3 installments of 20%, 20%, 60% each. Finally, there is a performance security, which is 0.5% in case of ML mining lease blocks. It is 0.25% when it comes to composite license, but when composite license will mature to ML, it will be upgraded to 0.5% of VER. And upfront payment, it is like an advance paid by the bidder to the government, which is adjustable against the monthly payments of auction premium per month. Now, what are these periodic payments? There are certain periodic payments which are to be made.
Go back.
Previous slide, please. Yeah.
So the first two are before the successful bidder is announced, right?
You're talking about the upfront.
The tender fee and the bid security.
Yes.
Is before the successful bidder is announced.
Yes,
right?
correct.
So any of this money that I'll get back?
So tender document fee is non-refundable in nature. Whether you win or you do not win, it will never come back to the bidder. However, the bid security is to be returned back to the participants unless there are certain conditions listed out that if they indulge in any untoward and certain restricted activities, in that case BG can be invoked, otherwise they will get it back. So these are various periodic payments like you already mentioned. There's auction premium, there's NMAT payments, there's royalty, there's DMF, there's surface rent and any other payment as prescribed by the state government. The quantum is mentioned here that in case of NMAT it is 2% of royalty. Royalty rates are prescribed in the MMDR Act. You have the contribution to DMF which is 10% of royalty. And so if we are auctioning the block for a particular mineral and while carrying out the mining operations, the bidder realizes that there are more minerals available in this particular block, then if it is a major mineral that you have identified, you can get that mineral listed into your mining lease and you can commence the mining operations for the second mineral or the third mineral as well. However, if the new mineral which has been discovered is a minor mineral, then the state specific minor mineral laws shall be applicable. Please note that the auction premium which you have paid, it will be for every mineral separately. Royalty is to be paid for each mineral separately. The last thing is about the MDPA that is to be signed between the state government and the bidder. So these are the certain things that have been taken care that after grant of mining lease, and there are certain events of appropriation of performance security that you have given which are listed on the MDPA. There are other details like utilization of minerals, payments, what is the minimum production and dispatch requirement that is expected of the bidder, on not meeting which there will be certain penal provisions. And this is the process for the execution of mining lease. First of all, you win the block in the live e-auction process and you get declared as the preferred bidder. Then to avail this letter of intent from the state government, you have to make the payment of the upfront payments, first installment, which is 20% within 15 days. Once you have made that payment, you get the letter intent from the state government. Now the letter of intent has been received. The validity of letter intent is 3 years as per law, extendable by 2 years. Now from becoming a preferred bidder to successful bidder, you have to pay the second installment of the upfront payment, which is again 20%. You also have to continue to satisfy all the eligibility conditions. You have to furnish the performance security, and a mining plan has also been approved to become successful bidder. Once you have become successful bidder, you enter to MDPA with the state government, and finally the execution of mining lease. Last is about the composite license. The steps from CL to ML is different. Once you have arrived at ML, the entire process is same. So in case of composite license, first of all, you declared preferred bidder. To avail letter of intent, you get the pay the performance security. You complete your scheme of prospecting. Once the scheme of prospecting is complete, you do out the prospecting operations. Once the operations are completed, you apply for ML. And after the ML, the process remains same as on the previous slide. This is the minimum production dispatch requirement, that how much you have to produce every year. So this is a mining plan which is approved by IBM. In that you have listed out that how much quantity you plan to produce every year from the year of the execution of mining lease. Once that mining lease is approved, now for the first year it is 0% of production, and from fifth year onwards it is 50%. So in the mining plan, if you have listed out that in the year 5th, I'll produce maybe 10,000 kgs of particular mineral, but you end up producing only 6,000 kg, then there is no penalty. But if you produce 4,000 kg, then it is less than 50%. So as per MDPA, 5,000 is what minimum you should have produced, but you ended up producing only 4,000. So there will be a penal provision on the 1,000 kg shortfall. And the computation is 12% of ASP of the relevant mineral as published by IBM. This is from our side, and the onus of securing approvals, clearances is on the bidder who has won the block. Yes.
We are there to help you. We are there to help the bidders in getting all the clearances. So, like we are already doing for all the auction mines in the country, at what stage these clearances are, and we organize reviews and approach Environment Ministry, forest offices. So we'll help them. So this is the email ID on which the queries will be
correct,
sent
sir.
For pre-bid.
Yes, queries as well, and for even participation pre-bid, they have to send an email on this ID that they are desirous of participating in pre-bid.
So you have started getting some queries?
Queries we have received already, sir. Yes.
Okay.
So the contact number as well is mentioned for any details or any queries that people that they may have.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Over to MSTC, please, for their part of the presentation.
Hello. Hello, sir. Sir, I have a question actually.
Yes.
Is the digital data available for the participants to analyze the blocks and?
For these 20 blocks?
Yes. Yes.
So there is a small précis about the each of the 20 mines, which is available in the website for everyone.
Yep.
And a small 2-3 page write-up.
Yeah.
And if you want that 200-page report on each block, then you have to pay something on through the website and then take it.
Okay.
Sir, the point is here, the 3 lakh rupees you are taking as tender fee, and digital data set is not available, but you will be giving us a report, then it has to be digitized, reanalyzed at our end. That also requires a lot of time. So if the digital data is available through which the reports were made, that should be actually made available to all the participants. That will be more helpful.
So are you saying that the digital part, the data part of the 200 page you are saying is all scanned and it should be in a digital form?
Sir, assay values or logs or samples which have been collected, sample photographs, the assays which samples have been analyzed in various labs. These are the information which is required to do the due diligence of any mineral site, sir.
Okay, I've noted this. By the Friday pre-bid, we'll give you a response.
Right, thank you, sir.
Next presentation. Is it about MSTC or is it about MECL?
Sir, we will just brief about the blocks. Then MSTC.
जल्दी करें.
Sir, sir.
इसके बाद MSTC वाले आएंगे.
Sir.
Okay.
Very good evening, sir. Dignitaries on the dais, of the dais. This is just brief about the blocks selected for the first tranche of auction. Next slide. This is the location of the blocks. It is spread all across the country. We can see right from Jammu and Kashmir to Tamil Nadu and from Gujarat to Orissa. There are 7 blocks in Tamil Nadu, 4 blocks in Odisha, 3 blocks in Bihar and 2 in Uttar Pradesh, 1 each in Gujarat, Jharkhand, Jammu and Kashmir and Chhattisgarh. Next slide please. These are the detail of block. The first block is Chutia Nahotta block. It is in Rohtas district of Bihar. The mineral here is gluconite. It is offered under composite license. The resources available is 141.73 million ton with average grade of 5.05% of K2O. Next is Pipra D Borwa block. It is adjacent to the previous block. It is in Rohtas district of Bihar. Mineral offered is gluconite. Block is offered under CL. The resources available is 88.38 million ton with average grade of 5.26% of K2O and 60.42 million ton with average grade of 4.28% of K2O. Third block is Ganjana block. It is in the district of Gaya, in the state of Bihar. Minerals present in the block is nickel, chromium and PGE. Block is offered under composite license. Resources is not available. It is a G4 level block. Next is Kundol block. It is in Aravali district of Gujarat. Minerals present is nickel and chromium. It is also offered under CL. Resources has not been indicated. It is a G4 level block. Fifth block is Muskania, Gararia Tola, Barwari block in Garhwa district of Jharkhand. Mineral present is potash, offered under composite license. The resources are 138.40 million ton with average grade of 6.89% of K2O. Next slide. Dudiasol block in the Mayurbhanj district of Odisha. Mineral is nickel and copper. It is proposed under the mining license. The resources is nickel 2.06 million ton with average grade of 0.19% of nickel. Copper 4.4 million ton with average grade of 0.42% of copper. Seventh is Babja block. It is in Bolangir district of Odisha. Minerals present is graphite and manganese. Offered under mining license. Graphite resources are 0.11 million ton with average grade of 3.61% of FC. Manganese is 0.80 million ton with average grade of 17.62%. Bierapalli block. It is in Bolangir district of Odisha. The mineral present is graphite and manganese. It is offered under mining license. The graphite resources are 0.30 million ton with average grade of 3.71% of FC, and manganese resource is 3.36 million ton with average grade of 18.63%. Agarkatta block. It is in Angul district of Odisha. The mineral present is graphite, offered under composite license. Resources have not been estimated in this block. It is G4 level block. Next block is Velakal Central segment A molybdenum block. It is in the Krishnagiri district of Tamil Nadu. It is molybdenum block offered under composite license. The resources are 1.44 million ton with average grade of 243.63 ppm of molybdenum. Next is Nochipatti block. It is in the Krishnagiri district of Tamil Nadu. It is molybdenum composite license block. The resources are 0.29 million ton with average grade of 385 ppm of molybdenum. 12th block is Velampatti North A and B block. It is in the Dharmapuri district of Tamil Nadu. It is a molybdenum block offered under composite license. The resources available in the block is 2.43 million ton with average grade of 379 ppm. Next is Kuranja Kolam graphite block. It is in Tenkasi district of Tamil Nadu. Mineral present is graphite, offered under composite license. The resources have not been estimated in this block. Next block is Illupakudi block. It is in the Shivganga district of Tamil Nadu. It is a graphite block offered under composite license. Resource has not been estimated in this block. Next block is Manadipatti Central block. It is in the Krishnagiri district of Tamil Nadu. It is molybdenum block offered under composite license. The resources are 0.70 million ton with average grade of 0.031% of molybdenum. Block number 16 is Marudupatti Central block. It is in Dharmapuri district of Tamil Nadu. It is a molybdenum block offered under mining license. The resources are 2.09 million ton with average grade 0.036% of molybdenum. Next block is Kurcha gluconite block. It is in Sonbhadra district of Uttar Pradesh. It is a gluconite block offered under composite license. The resources available in the block is 1.85 million ton with the average grade 5.96% of K2O. Next block is Pahadi Kala Gorakala block. It is in the Lalitpur district of Uttar Pradesh. It is a phosphorite block offered under composite license 19.08 million ton with the average grade of 9.83% of P2O5. Next block is Salal Hamena lithium titanium bauxite block. It is in the Riasi district of Jammu and Kashmir. The minerals present is lithium titanium bauxite, that is aluminous laterite. The resources in the block are lithium is 5.90 million ton with the average grade of 583 ppm of lithium. Titanium is 5.13 million ton with the average grade of 2.30% of TiO2. And aluminous laterite is 13.20 million ton with the average grade of 33.90% of AlO2-3. And last block is Katgora lithium and RE block. It is in the Korba district of Chhattisgarh state. The mineral present here is lithium and RE. It is offered under the composite license, and block resources have not been estimated as it is a G4 level block. All these blocks have been assessed under the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan portal. Each block have been analyzed, and some of the key features have been given here. In the Chutia Nohata block, the land type is partly forest, and in the other features there are small water bodies. In Pipradi Burwa block, it is partly forest and small water bodies and HT line. Ganjana block, it is also partly forest, some road and HT line. Kundol block in Gujarat, it is partly forest, no major surface feature. Muskania Garayatola Barwari block has partly forest and some minor road and settlements in the block area. Dudiasol block in Odisha, it is partly forest and few settlement. Babja block has non-forest land, but some settlement are there. Bierapalli block in Odisha has non-forest, some small settlement. Agarkatta block has partly forest and minor roads, some settlement. Bellakal Central Segment A block is partly forest and minor roads and settlement. Next slide. Next slide. Nochipatti has some area of forest, minor roads, settlement and some seasonal water bodies. Velampatti block has mostly forest and some roads passing through it. Kuranjakolam block has non-forest land, some minor roads and settlement. Illupakudi block has non-forest land, some minor roads, settlement and seasonal water bodies. Manadipatti Central block has partly forest area, minor roads, settlements and some seasonal water bodies. Maradupatti block has mostly forest area and some minor roads passing over it. Khurcha gluconite block has partly forest area, it is seasonal water body and minor roads. Pahadikala Gorakala block of Uttar Pradesh has part forest area, minor roads and some settlement. Salela Hamina block in Jammu Kashmir has non-forest land, road is passing over it, and Katgora lithium and RE block has partly forest area and some settlement. I will now hand over it to representative of MSTC, please. जी 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 सब अवेलेबल हैं सर. मिनरल ब्लॉक समरी में एवरीथिंग इज देयर. जी जी
validated by any third party or independent agency? Resource estimation.
Resource estimation has been done by the exploration agency. In some cases it is done by MECL, and rest of the cases it is by GSI.
So it is validated by any third party or the independent agency?
No, not yet.
And
No, the exploration activity in the country is done by notified exploration agencies or our in-house agencies. Like some of these reports are given by GSI, some by MECL. So these are detailed reports. If you buy one of those reports and read, there are details and you will probably be convinced that they are good reports. So एक बार पढ़ लीजिए, उसके बाद डाउट है तो आप फ्राइडे को पूछ लीजिए.
right, sir. Thank you.
Security 0.25% the bid security.
जहाँ पे रिसोर्सेज नहीं है वहाँ
वैल्यू जहाँ VR नहीं है वहाँ कैसे आप बिड सिक्योरिटी कैसे लेंगे?
So that is prescribed in the mineral auction rules. There are predetermined set values which will be used in case VR is not given. For bid security, for net worth requirement, the numbers are preset and available as per the rules. A fixed number has been given. जैसे net worth के लिए it is 25 crores for net worth. Because VR cannot be used to compute, so 25 crore net worth has to be there.
Secondly, sir, this Ministry of Mines will be declaring the preferred bidder. After that, for successful bidder, it has to go to state government. So, is there any time limit for issuing of LOI and for preferred bidder? The timeline is there that we need to stick to it.
No, right now in this document we have not mentioned any, but now that you ask the question, we will ensure that the successful bidder is announced within 7 days from the completion of this auction process. That is for the ministry to announce, right?
Right. No,
Yeah.
my query is from preferred bidder to successful bidder. That stage, how much time is going to take?
No, that means in the bidding process, when the bidding process on this MSTC platform ends and someone is number one, that number one is to be announced officially by the ministry.
Right.
I'm saying that will take 7 days. We'll do it in 7 days.
But then how much time the state government is going to take for
There's
declaring
no-
success?
No,
For
this au-
issuing LOI. For issuing LOI.
So what is the rules में क्या time
So
limit दिया?
as per rules, you'll get once the preferred bidder has been announced, you'll get 15 days to make the payment to the state government, right? Whether it is payment of first installment of upfront payment if it is a ML block, या BG if it is a CL block. Once you have submitted that amount, you get 15 days. State government gets 15 days to issue LOI to the person. So 15 days is the period prescribed.
State government how much time?
It's a good question because in some of the auctions that are happening in the states, there is a delay in the issuance of LOI. But this auction being by central government will ensure that they stick to the timeline.
Then maybe this can be that what will happen after 1 year. Because we have some cases where in February 2016 when the auction started, LOI was issued, but still that license has not been issued.
So there are such cases in some of the auctions done by state governments we have also seen. But this, since Government of India is driving this, we will ensure that the timelines of 1 year for issuing the ML and all that are adhered to. We will ensure that. Yeah. Last presentation.
MSTC.
Good evening, everyone. This is Unnati Saini from MSTC Limited. We are the auctioneer for the auctions of critical and strategic minerals on behalf of Ministry of Mines, Government of India. We have developed the portal for the auctioning process. As you can see, this is the page with the URL www.mstce-commerce.com/auctionhome/mlcl/index.jsp. Here, we have developed this critical mineral GOI. You can see a link in the blue. Next slide, please. Once you click on the critical minerals GOI tab, a drop-down menu will come. There are two types of documents. One is the free document, which is open to all and can be viewed and downloaded from our website. One is the paid document, which can be seen only once you are registered with MSTC and you pay the tender document fee, that is 3 lakh per mine without GST. Once you pay that, the paid document will be available in your respective logins. Here in the free documents, there are certain documents like NIT, Notice Inviting Tender, mine block summaries of all the mines have been uploaded in it. Model tender documents, these are the blank model tender documents for ML and CL, and the corrigendum and addendum. We request you to please keep checking the corrigendum and addendum part, as in when any corrigendum or addendum is issued, it will be available in this link. Next, you can see there is a link of registration on the right hand side. For registering in MSTC, you have to go to that link, register as a bidder. A simple form mentioning your details, bank details, you have to fill on that, and your registration will be activated. The registration fees is 10,000 plus GST. Once you register and pay the fee, your account will be automatically activated, and you'll get an email for the same. For login, you'll receive a user ID and password once you register. For login, you have to fill the details in user ID which you have created, the password, select bidder, and in the select state option, you have to select critical minerals GOI. Next slide, please. You will be needing a DSC for at each and every step. For a class 3 DSC will be required from the bidders. After logging in, there is an option of e-payment. Once you go to the e-payment option, a list of mines will be populated. You can select whichever mine you want in the drop-down list, create a challan and make the payment, and the respective document will be available in the download paid document link. Next slide, please. Once you have paid the document fee and you've decided to participate in the auction, for going on the live floor, you have to click for auctions. There are two stages, as already described by SBI Caps. One is the technical cum IPO submission, and second is the forward auction. For technical and IPO submission, there are two things which you have to do. One is you have to upload all the documents as mentioned in the tender document, which are required for the evaluation purposes. And for the forward auction, only those bidders who are technically qualified and eligible after the elimination criteria will be able to participate in the forward auction. Next slide, please. This is the page which will appear when you will click on IPO submission. Here you have to upload the documents. We have made a library kind of thing so that you don't have to upload the same document again and again. You have to upload the documents. Once the documents have been uploaded, you can go to attach document. From the drop-down list, you have to select the respective tender. After selecting the respective tender, all the documents which have been uploaded in the upload document section will appear there. You just have to click on the link attach. Once you click on the link attach, that respective document will be linked to the tender which you have selected from the drop-down list. Once you attach the documents, only then you will be able to bid. Well, there is in the system, we have ensured that no one misses the attaching of the documents. Once you have attached the documents, you can go to the bid flow manager. After going, next slide, please. Next slide, please. The bid flow manager contains two things. One is the technical bid submission, the technical evaluation which has been given in the tender document. You have to accept the terms and conditions and whatever will be written in that. and another is the IPO submission. Once the technical bid is saved, you have to submit the IPO. You won't be able to bid below the reserve price. There is a check on that on the system. Once you have submitted the IPO, there would be a final submission and bid submitted would be written. The status of the bid will change to bid submitted. Once the bid is submitted, 2 more options will pop up. One is the withdraw button and one is the delete button. For withdrawal, if you have withdrawn the bid, you won't be able to participate in that particular tender again. We have made certain, once you withdraw, a pop-up will come. It will ensure that you please read each and everything. It will give you a reminder that once you withdraw, you won't be able to participate again in the particular tender. The other thing is delete bid. If you want to revise your bid, you can delete the bid and submit the bid again. Once this process is completed and the elimination have been done, the next is the forward auction. I would like to also submit that we have a bidder guide option on the login page. On the left-hand side corner, in that bidder guide option, we have made certain very elaborate PDFs for registration, e-payment, stage 1 bidding, stage 2 bidding, and the system settings, everything. If you have any problem, you can just go through that bidder guide, very elaborative with screenshots. We have made the PDFs for your reference. Also, in case of any query, our numbers and email IDs have been mentioned on our website and in the tender document. You can go through them and call us anytime with you there. Next slide, please. Thank you. Any queries, anyone?
Well, thank you very much. We acknowledge the efforts of the team for having made a collective presentation on the subject and sharing invaluable information about the critical mineral auction. Well, we move on to the next presentation, and the National Mineral Exploration Trust, which was established by the Government of India in August 2015, has traveled a distance of almost a decade from there. And what are the key features as of now? For that, we invite Mr. Vivekwa Sharma, Director, Ministry of Mines, to make a detailed presentation on that subject.
Good evening, respected dignitaries on the dais and of the dais. I will be covering the new scheme launched by NMET for funding of notified private exploration agencies directly through NMET. I repeat, directly through NMET. As of now, we are doing through state government. Now we will be funding directly through NMET. Next. So my presentation is covered into 4 sections. One is the existing scheme which we have been funding the private agencies, and the recent amendment in MMDR Act, the new scheme, and the proposed Rule 24 in the Mineral Auction Rules 2015, and highlights and benefits of the new scheme. As of now, we have notified 16 private agencies which submit the proposal through state government. First, they approach state government for in-principle approval. After they receive the in-principle approval by the state government department, then they submit the detailed project report to the state government, and state government duly recommends the proposal to NMET, and NMET scrutinizes the proposal through TCC, and approval is given by EC, and then the sanction order issues. This is the existing scheme which we have been following. Next. This is a list of 16 notified exploration agencies which we have notified till now. Next. This after the recent amendment in the MDR Act, the central government is empowered to auction composite license and mining lease for the critical and strategic minerals mentioned in Part D of the first schedule. There are 24 minerals, which I will be showing next slide. Next. So these are the 24 minerals for which the central government will do the auction. And for submission of exploration proposals, there are total 31 minerals, 24 mentioned in Part D, and 7 unique numbers in the next slide, 7th schedule. So there are total 31 minerals for which the NPAs can directly submit the proposals to NMET for funding. Next. Now, this is the scheme, like you have to give first application to the NMET for seeking the in principle approval, and NMET will in turn approach state government and GSI for their comments on the feasibility report, feasibility of the project submitted by the notified private exploration agency, and they are bound to give response within 1 month. So, which we have been getting in feedback from many companies that they are getting delayed response by the different department. So now they have to respond within 1 month, and once we receive the report from GSI as well as DMG of the state government, then NMET will give consent to NPA, and then NPA will submit the detailed proposal to NMET for funding, and through TCC and EC, it will be evaluated and the sanction order will be issued. Next.
Go back.
Back, yes, sir.
This submission of application outlining the details of the project.
Sir.
So what details do you want?
Sir, details, the mineral they are exploring, area, everything is mentioned in the scheme, sir.
So there is a template.
So there is a template for the detailed report, sir. But this
नहीं, वो जो पहले वो initial preliminary application देगा ना?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
तो प्रिलिमिनरी एप्लीकेशन में क्या लिख के देगा?
सर उसमें
यदि मैं लिख के दूंगा कि जबलपुर के पास लाइमस्टोन है, मुझे एक्सप्लोरेशन करना, यू विल अप्रूव?
No, sir.
क्या लिख के देगा? इज देयर अ टेम्पलेट?
Sir, there is no template as of now. We will make the template, sir. But they are saying area, mineral commodity, and proposal underlying the exploration. So details of the specific
area मैंने बोल दिया जबलपुर, mineral भी मैंने बोल दिया लाइमस्टोन.
Specifically, they have to mention which coordinates of the area they are looking for, sir.
मैं बोलूँगा सिहोरा तहसील, इतना लिख के दे दूँगा. I think we need to, since we are asking them to give proposal suo moto,
sir,
there has to be some scientific basis on which they can give the proposal, right?
Yes, sir.
So they have to establish that they have done some homework on the basis of some GSI data or some NGDR portal जो आज हम launch करने वाले उसमें कुछ उन्होंने देखा.
जी sir.
There has to be some basis. So we need to give a template so that very serious applications come.
Sure, sir.
उसको create करिए.
We'll take care. Next. Then once executive committee of NMET approves the project, we'll issue the sanction order, and we'll also sanction or issue the mobilization advance if the NPA desires so, or they request for issue of mobilization advance up to 30% of the sanctioned cost. This has to be covered through the bank guarantee of equal amount and with a validity of 60 days beyond the completion of the project, so that we have the bank guarantee while we disburse advance to you. Next. This advance, mobilization advance disbursed to the NPA will be adjusted in the first bill or in the coming bills. If the first bill is not up to 30% of the advance, then it will be first it will be adjusted, and then the payment will be made on the reimbursement basis. For verification and examining the project, DDG of the GSI of the state unit is the nodal officer who will be verifying the work done by the NPA, and the bill submitted by them, they will be verified by the DDG of the state government of GSI. And that next. And while the project is going on, the NPA has to submit the yearly geological report, and they also have to submit the final report to NMET, state government, and RCOM of IBM, Indian Bureau of Mines. The data collected during the exploration will be submitted to state government, GSI, and IBM, and core logs to be deposited to the nearest regional core library of GSI, which is in all the states. Next. Once the exploration is completed, the geological reports submitted by the NPA will be evaluated by the central government, and if they found suitable, then it will be put up for auction. And during the auction, the NPAs can participate. This is a change. NPAs can participate in the auction of the blocks they have explored, and they have to declare that they are participating or their related parties participating in the auction of the mining lease. Okay, next. And back. Go back. The last point is like they can participate in the blocks which are already sanctioned through state government. As of now, we have sanctioned 17 projects, out of which 11 are critical mineral. So the NPAs who are doing the exploration of 11 blocks, they can also participate in those blocks which were recommended by the respective state government. Next. So this is the proposed rule in the mineral auction rules. The NPAs can participate in the auction of mining lease. They have to declare the details of ownership structure, shareholding, and raw data boreholes as in mentioned. Next. The same thing is repeated again. They have to declare the details of NPAs or related party and state government or central government, as the case may be, has to intimate to all bidders that such and such parties or his related parties participating in the auction who have explored the same block. During the auction process, as told in the previous presentation, during the second phase of the online bidding, the NPAs or its related party offer will be known to all the bidders that such and such party has done the exploration in the block and they have quoted so much price for this block. So this will be known to all bidders. And other rules mentioned will be applicable to the bid also. Next. These are highlights of the scheme. NPAs to directly submit project to NMET for sanction, not through state government, faster execution of project, regular monitoring, and NPAs can also participate in the auction, and payment will be directly made to the NPAs now onwards. Next. The benefits, like they will be attracting bigger mining companies to exploration, those who are right now only participating in the mining, and encourage foreign junior mining companies to take part for NMET funding, and this will also bring the new technology in the exploration arena. Next. Next. You can reach us through these emails and contact details, and I request all the companies to take care of the quality exploration, and rest will take care. Thank you.
There's a question. ये होटल के माइक वाले कहाँ बैठ गए?
माइक
भाई होटल वालों को पैसा काट दीजिए, माइक नहीं दे रहा है टाइम पे. No problem. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
But my suggestion is that if we can make the exploration project as a bankable project, and instead of BG and advance, the government becomes a counter guarantee and let the explorers get the money from the bank directly, which will be easy because you don't need to give 30% and I can use my money as and when required.
Are you trying to say that 100% funding from government is not good and a bank loan is better? I am funding 100% for the exploration.
Sir, I am trying to say that you are funding 100% is right. But if it is a bankable report, a bankable third party is there, it's much more confidence is when we are bidding and everything. This is how the worldwide trend is. The banks are funding exploration, not the government. Here, NMET is funding the exploration. But there should also be an option that I can go to the bankers and get the money, which will be much more easier job.
We'll study this suggestion.
Yes,
right
sir.
now.
Yes.
We have
I appreciate that.
We have a lot of money to spend and we do not have enough exploration. In fact, the question should be ki how can I become an NPEA, a notified private exploration agency? The number is only 16 right now. It should be 160. So I hope one of you in this room gets encouraged to become a exploration agency. We will register you, will handhold you and make sure that you get some funding from NMET.
Sir, just to tell you, we have studied this very deeply, especially IDPX and data code. And we are working with Orissa government as an STC and we have a contract with them for 5 years.
Very good.
And in that process, we realized there more challenges than solutions to this problem.
We'll
Thank
study
you.
your suggestion.
Yeah,
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, yes.
Can you hear me, sir? Now, the request is to Ministry of Mines to make some window for the foreign entities to come in this this mining round, which is very encouraging, particularly considering that certain minerals are critical and first time explored in India. So we need some technology which can be brought from outside. But as far as today's conditions are concerned in this first auction, the foreign entities are not welcome at all. So that is my request, that Government of India, Ministry of Mines should consider that by any way there should be some window which can be open for foreign companies, sir, other than the subsidy, sir.
We have noted that suggestion. In fact, your point on technology is also an important point which you made some time back. That we have found a few critical minerals, through our exploration, but we need to find the right technology also. So we are hoping that the companies that will come into the mining operation will bring some technology with them, but we are also here to help them develop the technology. We have a scheme within the ministry where we fund a lot of technology development projects, and in the last few years we have funded lab scale, pilot scale projects, but we are willing to increase the funding now. We are willing to take money out of NMET and fund those. So we'll do both. Companies will also develop technologies or bring technologies from abroad, and we'll also help them develop these technologies. Thank you.
My particular point is that we are first time in India we have a mineral called lithium which has come on auction. Lithium as such exploration and mining is not an issue, but the processing is a big issue.
Yes.
You cannot make it sellable till the time it is rightly processed. So lithium comes with lot of other minerals which need to be processed. And currently, as far as our information is concerned, India doesn't have that technology to process the lithium, sir. So that way, I think it is very critical.
We have taken up a few R&D projects on this, but we'll work on your suggestion. It's a good point.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Next.
Well, thank you very much, sir, for your presentation. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, just a small information for you. We are expecting our Honorable Chief Guest and Guest of Honor on the occasion, Honorable Minister, sir, who's likely to be with us any moment. So we'll just take, with the permission of Chair, one more presentation from here. And if they arrive in between, we'll just stop with the presentation. Well, the next presentation is on exploration license, and that is to be taken up by Shri Mushtaq Ahmed, Director from the Ministry of Mines. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, thoda sa kiska.
Good afternoon to all. Secretary Mines, dignitary on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be giving a peek into the exploration license which has been recently passed by the Parliament in the MMDR Act, and has, so I'll just be giving a small brief presentation on it. India, as you all know, is well endowed with mineral resources. Out of 4.13 lakh square kilometer of obvious geological potential, around 2 lakh square kilometer of obvious geological potential areas yet to be covered under reconnaissance by any agency. Before 2023, there was no provision for grant of exploration license in the MMDR Act. So therefore, we were not able to undertake full range of exploration, starting from reconnaissance to prospecting operations. World over, exploration of deep-seated mineral is done by junior mining companies to get exploration right over a large chunk of land on the basis of available baseline survey data, and then they bring it up to the level required for starting off mining operations. There was a demand made by industry associations to bring similar concept in the MMDR Act. After extensive consultations, it was decided to allow private exploration agencies to undertake exploration from the reconnaissance stage within the auction regime. Accordingly, MMDR Act was amended in 2023, and it came into effect on 17th of August 2023. The key feature of the exploration license is that it shall be a concession granted through auction for undertaking reconnaissance and prospecting operations. EL shall be granted for only deep-seated and critical mineral to be specified in the 7th schedule of the MMDR Act. So there are 29 minerals. Some of them are lithium, RE, potash, rock phosphate, copper, molybdenum, zinc, tungsten, graphite, nickel, and so on and so forth. The maximum area of an EL shall be 1,000 square kilometer. The maximum area limit for a person to acquire EL in a state shall be 5,000 square kilometer. I think Mr. Lokesh had already given you a brief about the area limits with respect to ML and CL. Now this is a new EL which also has some kind of area limits. Now, who all will be, here there is a novel concept which has been introduced where a person interested in a particular area can also suggest an area to the state to be auctioned as an EL. Now, coming to the bid criteria, the preferred bidder for EL shall be selected through a reverse auction. In case of ML and CL, it is a forward auction. So here in case of exploration license, it is a reverse auction. The bidding for a share in auction premium by the mining lease holder. I mean, you are going to quote for a share which you may be getting it from the prospective mining lease holder. The bidder quoting the lowest percentage share shall be the preferred bidder for EL. EL holders shall be entitled to receive revenue share only for the mineral listed in the 7th schedule. That is the 29th mineral which I have already mentioned. The period of EL, there is a provision for period of EL as well as relinquishment of the area. Since there is a huge chunk of land, we also want the exploration license holder to undertake the exploration license seriously so that they bring up a lot of reports out of that. So 5 year, the period of EL is 5 year, extendable by 2 years. EL holder is required to relinquish 75% of area so that only 25% remains with the holder after 3 years. Upon completion of the exploration, the state government to complete auction of an area for ML within 1 year from submission of geological report by EL holder. Now, consequent to this amendment in the Act, the drafting of framing of rules have already been undertaken. There has been amendment made in the proposed in the mineral auction rules. Similarly, amendment has been proposed in mineral concession rules and mineral conservation and development rules. These draft rules are in public domain for stakeholder consultation. It was uploaded on the official website on 13th of November 2023. So this is the information. I'm very sure that many of you would have seen that those draft rules, and some of you might have also given some comments on it. So I'll just give you a small peek into the different drafts rules which we have already put up on the for stakeholder consultation. First one, the mineral auction rules. The prerequisite for auction of exploration license, no minimum level of exploration is being prescribed for putting EL blocks for auction. Blocks may be identified based on available geological information, NGDR, which is going to be launched. So this data will be very handy for people to utilize for the purpose of curving out exploration license. The blocks will be for EL will be identified by a committee to be constituted by the state government out of the block proposed by either GSI, DMG, other state government agencies, or the private agencies interested in auction of EL. So you have two windows which has been given in the rules. The eligibility has been very reasonable. Bidders should have a net worth of more than or equal to 25 lakh crore. Bidders or his affiliate to submit only single bid. So to ensure that there is no bid rigging or some kind of collusive bidding. So this provision has been kept in the rules. bidding parameters for EL, the bidder shall quote for the purpose of receiving payment from the state government. So, shall I continue, sir?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have just been joined to this event by Honorable Union Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, Coal and Mines, Shri Pralhad Joshi, and he's accompanied by Shri Raosaheb Patil Danve, Honorable Minister of State in Mines, Coals and Railways to the Government of India. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give them a huge round of applause and a standing ovation to our revered dignitaries as they grace this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Ministry of Mines, we cordially welcome our revered dignitaries onto the dais. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for making us special with your kind presence. Moving forward, we'd like to make the most of this moment and would request our Secretary, Shri Raosaheb, to kindly present a small sapling as a symbol of life to our Honorable Union Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, Coal and Mines. We would request Shri Sanjay Lohia, Additional Secretary to the Ministry of Mines, Government of India, to kindly welcome Shri Raosaheb Patil Danve, Honorable Minister of State in Mines, Coals and Railways, and our guest of honor on the occasion. And I request Shri Janardhan Prasad, Director General, Geological Survey of India, to kindly welcome Shri T.P. Singh, Director General, BISAG N, who is also our revered dignitary on the dais. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we request you to make it a memorable moment, and we would request you to kindly welcome this moment. Well, moving forward, may I now request Shri V.L. Kantarao, Secretary, Ministry of Mines, to give his kind remarks. He has taken over as Secretary 3 months back and has supervised first tranche of auction of critical mineral blocks in such a short time. We welcome you, sir, to address us on this occasion.
Honorable Minister Pralhad Joshi ji, Honorable MOS Raosaheb Patil Danve ji, my colleagues on the dais, off the dais, industry stalwarts, media, academia, ladies and gentlemen. This is a momentous occasion for the first part of the event, which is the NGDR portal launch, because this is the work of many years done by GSI, and thanks to Dr. Singh, who's come from BISAG, the institute in Ahmedabad, this has come to a kind of a shape where all the data is coming onto a portal, and this portal is now available for the public, the industry, the researchers and academia. So just to give a brief background on what kind of work that we are looking at and what kind of data we are looking at, out of the total area of the country, which is about 32 lakh square kilometers, you will find detailed data of each square kilometer for about 20 lakh square kilometers of the country on this portal. That is a lot of data, that is humongous data, and this data can be analyzed by the industry especially. Sir, before you came, we were talking about exploration license, funding of exploration through NMET fund and so on and so forth. So I asked a question as to how a private exploration agency will be able to come up with an inference or an idea to take up exploration, this is going to be useful to those private companies to make a preliminary study as to where exploration is to be done and what kind of mineral is possibly available in that area. So the last time we launched any such portal or aggregated data is in 2007, when all the geological survey data was put on a public portal. So अभी 15 साल बाद हम एक नया चैप्टर खोल रहे हैं और इस चैप्टर की आवश्यकता इसीलिए है चूँकि क्रिटिकल और स्ट्रैटेजिक और डीप सीटेड मिनरल्स के तलाश में हम हैं और उसके लिए बहुत सारे रिफॉर्म्स और इनिशिएटिव्स पिछले 3 साल में हम लेके आए हैं और अभी भी इट इज़ वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस. अभी आपको जो प्रेजेंटेशन दिया गया एक्सप्लोरेशन लाइसेंस का, उसमें रूल्स अभी पब्लिक डोमेन में है फॉर कमेंट्स, एंड आई विल बी मोस्ट हैप्पी इफ सम ऑफ यू कैन गिव कमेंट्स इवन दो द लास्ट डेट इज़ ओवर. We will take comments and we will ensure that the rules are suited to the needs of the industry. एक और खासियत यह है कि इस NGDR पोर्टल में ऑफशोर जो एक्सप्लोरेशन हमने किया है समुद्र में, जो मैं ये बताना चाहूँगा कि जो यदि देश का जो लैंड एरिया 32 लाख स्क्वायर किलोमीटर है, तो लगभग 20 लाख स्क्वायर किलोमीटर का जो समुद्र का एरिया है वो भी हमारे कंट्रोल में है, वो भी हमारा एक्सक्लूसिव इकोनॉमिक जोन है जिसको हम एक्सप्लॉइट कर सकते हैं. उस 20 लाख स्क्वायर किलोमीटर का समुद्र के एरिया में हमने दो तीन टाइप का सर्वे किया. पूरे एरिया का एक सिंपल बैथोमेट्रिक सर्वे किया है और डिटेल्ड सर्वे हमने लगभग 3 लाख स्क्वायर किलोमीटर का किया है. वो डेटा भी इस पोर्टल में आपको देखने को मिलेगा. सो वेदर इट इज़ ऑनशोर और ऑफशोर, देर आर मेनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ वी कैन क्रिएट फॉर एक्सप्लोरेशन एंड देयर बाय फॉर माइनिंग by using this data. And I want to invite and request the industry partners, the academia, to kindly make use of this data. What are the features of this data? This is it's a centralized portal. It is all at one place. Then it is user friendly. I'm sure once you see it, you will understand it is user friendly. And also any exploration that happens in future. See, exploration for mining can happen only through the order of the Government of India, that is through the notified agencies of Government of India. So whoever does exploration, they will keep adding their data to this portal. That means it will get, it will get more and more improvised over the years on the data that you can find here. And also there are a lot of analytical tools. आप बोलेंगे कि हमें फलाना डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जो chemical samples लिया गया उसमें क्या क्या chemicals available है, you can just list them out, you can go through. It is very easy to analyze. And also it is open access. Everyone and anyone can access this data. You just have to register. And जो हमारा वर्तमान में भूकोश करके एक पोर्टल चल रहा है उसमें कई सारे लोग उसका उपयोग कर रहे हैं. सो ये आज का ये बहुत बड़ा इवेंट है जो दोनों माननीय मंत्रीगण इस ओकेशन में उसको लॉन्च करने वाले हैं. दूसरा जो हमारा टॉपिक था आज का, जो क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स पे रोड शो का, वी हैव हैड अ वेरी गुड सेशन विद अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस एंड आंसर्स. We are available in the office or through email. You can keep asking us. And the important date for the critical mineral auction is on Friday, when the Joint Secretary Madam will be chairing a pre-bid meeting where all your questions will be discussed, and some of them will be answered on that day, and a lot of them will be answered subsequently. And if any change is required in the tender document on the basis of some of your requests, that will be done. So, and by 22nd Jan, we will try and complete, we'll start the bidding process. So, so I want to रिक्वेस्ट यू आफ्टर द लॉन्च, जब दोनों मंत्री जी इसको लॉन्च करेंगे उसके बाद ये वेबसाइट लाइव होगा, मेरा आपसे अनुरोध है कि इसका भरपूर उपयोग करें और इस इंफॉर्मेशन के आधार पर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एक्सप्लोरेशन का एक्टिविटी टेकअप करें। और यदि एक्सप्लोरेशन करने के लिए आपके पास पैसा नहीं है तो हम 100% एनमेट से उसका फंडिंग करेंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद महोदय, हमसे इस महत्वपूर्ण जानकारी को साझा करने हेतु। और हम पुनः अपने मुख्य अतिथि महोदय एवं विशिष्ट अतिथि महोदय का स्वागत करते हैं। और आगे के क्रम में सर्वप्रथम देवियों सज्जनों, हम जानते हैं कि भारतीय भूवैज्ञानिक सर्वेक्षण मिशन 2 कार्यक्रमों के तत्वाधान में देश में सभी प्रमुख एवं महत्वपूर्ण अन्वेषण गतिविधियों की अगुवाई कर रहा है। आपको नवीनतम प्रवृत्ति और अन्वेषण गतिविधियों के माध्यम से बढ़ रहे विश्वास संबंधी जानकारी एवं NGTR पोर्टल जो आज हम लॉन्च करने वाले हैं के अन्वेषण परिदृश्य पर एक लघु फिल्म हम आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत करना चाहते हैं। कृपया इस फिल्म को दर्शाया जाए।
Minerals are one of the most important resources for the overall growth of a country. Adequate supply of minerals is required for the manufacturing, construction, energy, agriculture, and IT industries. Therefore, minerals play a pivotal role in the sustainable development of modern economy. With a unique geological and tectonic setting conducive to host potential mineral resources, India is endowed with huge resources of many metallic and non-metallic minerals. The exploration of these minerals has been a crucial aspect of the nation's economic growth and industrial development. Geological Survey of India, being the key survey and exploration agency of the country, has made a significant contribution through its more than 170-year-long history of geoscience activities and research. GSI has shouldered the responsibility of acquiring and disseminating the geoscience data of the entire country, vitally required for mineral targeting. GSI has been actively engaged in the exploration of bulk as well as critical mineral commodities over the years. However, the international investment landscape is shifting rapidly as governments around the world race to incentivize investment in diversifying and expanding critical mineral supply chains. Critical minerals are used to manufacture advanced technologies, including mobile phones, computers, electric vehicles, wind turbines, solar panels, defense, aerospace, and medical applications. In recent years, in order to become self-reliant, the central government has recognized the strategic importance of these minerals and has emphasized their focus from exploration of bulk minerals to exploration of deep-seated and critical mineral commodities. Several initiatives have been undertaken to accelerate exploration efforts in the country. The MMDR Act has been amended in 2021 to allow private sector participation in mineral exploration. So far, a total of 16 private agencies have been notified by the central government. The MMDR Act has further been amended in 2023 to introduce the concept of exploration license for 29 deep-seated and critical minerals such as gold, silver, copper, nickel, cobalt, and PGE, which would facilitate private sector to take up larger area and utilize advanced geoscientific tools to identify potential areas. Moreover, the private agencies now can submit the projects directly to NMET for critical mineral commodities. The recent amendment has also allowed the private agencies to participate in auction. GSI has identified 6.88 lakh square kilometer OGP area for 18 major mineral commodities. The national programs for geochemical mapping, ground geophysical mapping have been completed in OGP areas and have now been extended to non-OGP areas. The national program for multi-sensory aero-geophysical survey is under progress. These pre-competitive baseline geoscience data are at the heart of every resource discovery. Currently, the data is hosted in the Bhukosh portal of GSI. But a new user-friendly portal of international standard was necessary for hosting the geoscientific data generated by all the associated agencies throughout the country. Therefore, the central government felt the need to make available the geological, geochemical, geophysical and mineral exploration data in public domain through a single window system. In this endeavor, Ministry of Mines initiated its flagship program of developing National Geoscience Data Repository or NGDR as a part of National Mineral Exploration Policy 2016 or NMEP for hosting all exploration-related geoscientific data in a GIS-enabled platform. The Geological Survey of India was selected as the nodal agency, and Bhaskaracharya National Institute for Space Applications and Geoinformatics was nominated as system integrator for the implementation of NGDR. Currently, 35 map services and data layers have been incorporated with NGDR portal, including geological map in various scales, geochemical, ground geophysical, airborne geophysical, and mineral data layers. Layers from Gati Shakti portal has also been integrated in the NGDR portal. By analyzing extensive data using geoscientific tools, NGDR will help uncover new mineral deposits, fostering comprehensive exploration. The development of this portal will help various geoscience agencies such as GSI, MECL, state departments of mining and geology, private agencies, and other stakeholder agencies of the country. This state-of-the-art interoperable NGDR platform will also facilitate attracting the technological prowess and investment of the different industry players and junior mining companies across the world. India, through this portal, aligns itself with advanced countries. The repository will facilitate informed decision-making, stimulating innovation, and fostering a competitive edge, ultimately contributing significantly to the country's GDP and prosperity.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देवियों सज्जनों। बहुप्रतीक्षित NGDR पोर्टल लॉन्च करने का वो स्वर्णिम पल अब हमारे निकट है और ये वास्तव में डिजिटल माध्यम से लैस एक अत्याधुनिक भूविज्ञान भंडार है जिसमें अलग अलग भूवैज्ञानिक डेटा का समावेश है जिन्हें उपयोगकर्ता के अनुकूल तरीके से सभी हितधारकों को प्रसारित किया जा सकता है। यह अत्याधुनिक प्लेटफॉर्म दुनिया भर में खनन कंपनियों को आकर्षित करने की सुविधा प्रदान करेगा। अब हम उस क्षण की तरफ बढ़ते हैं जब मैं माननीय केंद्रीय मंत्री महोदय से निवेदन करता हूं कि हमारे विशिष्ट अतिथि एवं अन्य गणमान्य व्यक्तियों के गरिमामयी उपस्थिति में वे रिमोट का बटन दबाकर कृपया इसकी पूर्व धारणा को सार्वजनिक डोमेन में उजागर करें। Well, the Geological Survey of India has been the nodal agency for developing NGDR. The Bhaskaracharya National Institute for Space Application and Geoinformatics was identified as a system integrator. This is indeed a proud moment for all of us to have a geoscience portal of international standard. With this, India stands at par with advanced countries such as USA, Australia, Canada, etc. Well, it is urged on behalf of Ministry of Mines, ladies and gentlemen, to all the industry leaders to make use of the portal and access the huge geoscientific database of the country. देवियों सज्जनों, भारत सरकार के माननीय खान, कोयला, रेल राज्य मंत्री श्री रावसाहेब पाटिल दानवे हमारे समस्त आज इस कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित हैं और उनके उपस्थिति से आज हम सब सम्मानित महसूस कर रहे हैं। आपने अपने 40 से अधिक वर्षों के राजनीतिक सफर में अपार उपलब्धियों को प्राप्त किया है। आपने 2014-15 में उपभोक्ता मामले, खाद्य और सार्वजनिक वितरण मंत्रालय में केंद्रीय राज्य मंत्री के रूप में कार्य किया और फिर 2019-21 की अवधि में 17वीं लोकसभा में फिर से कार्य किया। आपने जुलाई 2021 में कोयला, खान और रेलवे में माननीय केंद्रीय राज्य मंत्री के रूप में पद ग्रहण किया। आपने खान मंत्रालय द्वारा की जा रही प्रगति अभियान में अपना मूल्यवान समर्थन तथा अनुभव दिया है, जो खान मंत्रालय की निरंतर सफलता ग्राफ के माध्यम से परिलक्षित होता है। एक विचारशील, मेहनती और दूरदर्शी जनप्रतिनिधि जो समुदाय के लिए अपनी उत्कृष्ट सेवा के लिए बेहद लोकप्रिय हैं। देवियों और सज्जनों, मुझे उनके संबोधन हेतु श्री रावसाहेब पाटिल दानवे को मंच पर आमंत्रित करने हेतु अपार सम्मान का अनुभव हो रहा है। आप सादर आमंत्रित हैं महोदय।
आज के कार्यक्रम के प्रमुख अतिथि हमारे केंद्रीय मंत्री प्रहलाद जोशी जी, हमारे खान सचिव श्री वीएल कांताराव जी, खान मंत्रालय के उपस्थित अन्य वरिष्ठ अधिकारी, खान विभाग के मेरे सभी साथीगण और खान क्षेत्र से संबंधित सभी देवियों और सज्जनों, खान मंत्रालय द्वारा आयोजित क्रिटिकल खनिज ब्लॉकों की नीलामी के पहले चरण को बढ़ावा देने के लिए एवं एनजीडीआर पोर्टल लॉन्च करने के लिए आयोजित इस रोड शो में उपस्थित रहकर मुझे अत्यंत हर्ष हो रहा है। एनजीडीआर पोर्टल आज अपन लॉन्च करने जा रहे हैं। साथियों, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हमारा देश हर क्षेत्र में प्रगति कर रहा है और मोदी जी के सपनों को साकार करने के लिए हर मंत्रालय अपना पूरा योगदान दे रहा है। माइनिंग मंत्रालय भी अपना पूरा योगदान दे रहा है। आज आयोजित इस कार्यक्रम का मुख्य उद्देश्य है कि खनन क्षेत्र से जुड़ी सभी बेसलाइन जियो साइंटिफिक इंफॉर्मेशन को एक जीआईएस प्लेटफॉर्म पे लाया जाए, जिससे खनिज अन्वेषण से जुड़ी इंफॉर्मेशन सभी को उपलब्ध हो और एक्सप्लोरेशन प्रोसेस में सही जानकारी के साथ गति और सरलता आए, ताकि एनजीडीआर पोर्टल से खनन क्षेत्र से जुड़े हर एक हितधारक जैसे जीएसआई, एमईसीएल, पॉलिसी मेकर्स, राज्य सरकार के प्रतिनिधि, उद्योग जगत के प्रतिनिधि सभी को फ़ायदा होगा और वे सही निर्णय ले सकेंगे। इसी के साथ यह डाटा ग्लोबली भी उपलब्ध रहेगा, जिससे दुनिया की सभी माइनिंग कंपनियों को भारत में इन्वेस्ट करने में सहायता मिलेगी। 29 नवंबर 2023 को इन क्रिटिकल खनिजों के ब्लॉकों के नीलामी की प्रक्रिया शुरू होने के बाद से बिडर का उत्साह और रुचि उल्लेखनीय रही है। माननीय मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में पिछले 9 सालों में देश ने विकास देखा है, परिवर्तन देखा है, प्रगति देखी है और सबसे अहम बात आत्मनिर्भरता की ओर हम बढ़ रहे हैं। 2014 के पहले का भारत और 2014 के बाद में ज़मीन आसमान का फर्क हुआ है। आज आत्मनिर्भर भारत का नारा पूरे विश्व में गूंज रहा है। विकसित भारत के संकल्प में हम सभी को अपना योगदान निभाना है। सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास और सबका प्रयास के नारे के साथ हम सभी को विकसित भारत के एम्बेसडर के रूप में अपनी भूमिका निभानी है। आप सभी ने उपस्थित रहकर इस कार्यक्रम की गरिमा बढ़ाई है। मैं एक बार फिर से इस कार्यक्रम में आयोजकों का अभिनंदन करता हूँ और आशा करता हूँ कि आप सभी इसका लाभ उठाएंगे। इसी के साथ मैं अपने वाणी को विराम देता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद महोदय। सरकार की पहलों और खान मंत्रालय द्वारा इस क्षेत्र में राष्ट्रीय लक्ष्यों के अनुरूप अन्वेषण और खनन क्षेत्र में समग्र लाभ प्राप्त कराने के लिए निभाई जा रही भूमिका के बारे में अपनी अंतर्दृष्टि प्रस्तुत करने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। देवी सज्जनों, हम आगे बढ़ते हुए अब स्वागत करते हैं आज के अपने मुख्य अतिथि महोदय का। Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to have with us as our chief guest Honorable Union Minister for Parliamentary for Coal and Mines for the Government of India. Shri Pralhad Joshi has taken over as Union Minister of Mines in 2019. Since then, mines and mineral sector has been drastic changes in both policy and performance. The amendments made in the Mines and Mineral Development and Regulation Act under his leadership has led to structural changes in the mineral administration. Last 3 years have seen record number of mineral blocks being auctioned, and more than 330 blocks have been successfully auctioned till date. apart from Ministry of Mines, Honorable Minister has led record production of coal in the country and has brought several policy changes in coal mining sector which will make the country coal surplus in the coming years. We request you, Honorable Sir, to kindly address us on this occasion.
आप सभी को नमस्कार. Today we are launching NGDR portal and roadshow on critical minerals, which have started the process of auctioning. And in this launching function, Shri Raosaheb Patil Danve and हमारा सेक्रेटरी श्री कांताराव, जनार्दन प्रसाद, संजय लोहिया जी और टीपी सिंह जी, आप सब लोग उपस्थित हैं. आप सभी को मेरा फिर से एक बार नमस्कार. तो आज ये दो कार्यक्रम है. एक तो वन इज द रोड शो ऑन क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स एंड अनदर इज NGDR portal. So as we already know, Prime Minister with full confidence repeatedly he is telling, and he is also boosting the confidence of the people also, that India has become the 5th largest economy from 10th just in 2014-15. Today we are the 5th largest economy and we are the fastest growing economy of the world. And in coming 2-3 years, that is in the third term of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, we are going to reach third largest economy of the world. So आपको so keeping that in mind, if I can explain you, if I can request you that इसका और इसका संबंध क्या है. संबंध इतना ही है कि जो हमारे देश में मिनरल्स अवेलेबल है, वो मिनरल्स के लिए एटलीस्ट फॉर दोज मिनरल्स वी शुड बिकम आत्मनिर्भर. तो हमको इंपोर्ट करना जितना होता है उतना बंद करके आत्मनिर्भर हमको बनना है. वी हैव टू बिकम सेल्फ डिपेंडेंट. तो ऐसे बहुत ही ज़्यादा एग्जाम्पल बोलने का ज़रूरत नहीं है. आप कोल की, मैं कोल मंत्री भी हूँ, अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट है कोल और माइन. अगर कोल के बारे में ही बोलूँ तो इन स्पाइट ऑफ हैविंग, मैं जब 2019 में मैं मंत्री बना तो मैं एक इंक्वायरी किया कितना हम प्रोडक्शन करते हैं. तो इस बीच में मुझे बोला गया हम इतना इंपोर्ट भी करते हैं एंड वी आर द लार्जेस्ट प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड एंड वी आर द लार्जेस्ट इंपोर्टर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. तो तब मेरा एक कॉमन सेंस से प्रश्न पूछा, क्योंकि जब मुझे प्रधानमंत्री जी भी पूछा था, जब मैं का इस मंत्रालय उन्होंने जब मुझे दिया कोल के बारे में आप क्या जानते हो, मैंने कुछ नहीं जानता हूँ साहब. तो तब उन्होंने एक ही चीज़ मुझे बोला था, तो एक तो समझ लो ये कोल जो है उन्होंने बोला था ऑयल हम इंपोर्ट करते हैं, क्रूड ऑयल. मैं बहुत बार ये बोला हूँ, ये क्रूड ऑयल इंपोर्ट करते हैं मैं मानता हूँ, लेकिन जो हम कोल इंपोर्ट करते हैं देश के लिए हम बहुत बड़ा पाप कर रहे हैं. वी आर कमिटिंग ए सिन. इतना तो समझ लो, बाकी धीरे धीरे आज तो समझ आएगा. तो तब जब मैंने इन लोगों से, हमारे ऑफिसर्स से मैं इंफॉर्मेशन ले रहा था, तब मुझे एक्सप्लेन किया वो यार हम इतना प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, इतना इंपोर्ट करते हैं. मैंने बोला हमारे पास डिपॉजिट कितना है, एज ऑन डेट एक्सप्लोर्ड डिपॉजिट कितना है. तब मुझे कहा गया हमारा देश का रिक्वायरमेंट आज, उस टाइम हमारा 800-900 मिलियन टन था, अभी तो ज़्यादा हो गया है. 800-900 मिलियन टन के हिसाब से अगर आज का जो एक्सप्लोर्ड डिपॉजिट है वो 350 ईयर्स के लिए सफिशिएंट है. ये मुझे एक्सप्लेन किया. तो तब मैं बोला इंपोर्ट क्यों करते हैं, तो पूरा हम माइनिंग कर नहीं पा रहे सर. क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे, तो कुछ रीज़न बताना शुरू कर दिया. तब मुझे पीएम ने जो बोला था वो समझ आ गया। ये कहता ऐसा है, तो डिपॉजिट हमारे पास है लेकिन हम खनन नहीं कर पा रहे, वी आर नॉट एबल टू माइन। सो ऐसे बहुत मिनरल्स है हमारे देश में। ऐसे कई गोल्ड भी है, लेकिन गोल्ड हम बहुत कम करते हैं। गोल्ड इतने बड़ी मात्रा में, वी आर द लार्जेस्ट इंपोर्टर ऑफ द गोल्ड ऑल्सो। तो इसीलिए पीएम ने जो लक्ष्य दिया, एक टारगेट दिया, हमको जहाँ जहाँ हो सकता है हमको ये सब इंपोर्ट करना, कम करना, धीरे धीरे कम करना और बंद करना। तो इसलिए मैं इससे पहले भी मैंने कहा हूँ, एज फार एज कोल इज कंसर्न्ड, वी आर गोइंग टू सब्स्टिट्यूटेबल जो कोल है हमारे पास, मेटलर्जिकल हाई क्वालिटी का कोल बहुत हमारे पास कम है, तो इसीलिए वो तो इंपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा। लेकिन सब्स्टिट्यूटेबल जो कोल है, दैट कोल वी आर गोइंग टू स्टॉप इंपोर्ट फ्रॉम 25-26। दिस इज 100% आई एम टेलिंग यू टुडे इन द सेम मैनर, because we want to produce, we have the coal। तो हमारे सोच का अभाव का आप देख लीजिए, 2004 से 2014 के बीच में हमारा देश में कई जगह मेगा पावर प्लांट, इंपोर्टेड बेस्ड पावर प्लांट ये खड़ा कर दिया, इसके लिए फाइनेंस करा दिया। इंपोर्टेड बेस्ड पावर, कोल बेस्ड पावर प्लांट, क्यों? तो हमारे देश में कोयला है, उसका कैसे हम उसका प्रोडक्शन बढ़ा सकते हैं, ये सोचा नहीं। तो ठीक है, अभी कोल नहीं ना, ये इंपोर्टेड बेस पे पावर प्लांट ही खड़ा कर दो, तो इंपोर्ट करते थे। सो दिस, फ्रॉम दैट स्टेज टुडे वी हैव डिसाइडेड अंडर द गाइडेंस एंड द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द प्राइम मिनिस्टर that we will produce the coal whatever required for our country, which is substitutable. So like that in other sector also, in other sector of the mining sector, we want to bring this change. That's why तो हमने 2020 में, ऐसे तो पहले 2020 में एक छोटा सा अमेंडमेंट हमने लाया, बाद में आप जैसे लोगों से चर्चा करके, समझ के, स्टेट से बातचीत करके हमने 2021 में 2021 we brought the major changes where you all probably you know, I don't want to repeat that, जो कुछ भी लाइसेंसेस, क्लियरेंसेस, वो सब ट्रांसफ़र, कैप्टिव, नॉन कैप्टिव, ये सब था, ये सब हम बंद करके एकदम एक सरल ऑक्शन करने का एक व्यवस्था हमने विकसित किया है। सो 2021 में अभी जो हमने अधिक मास में जब समुद्र मंथन चल रहा था, समुद्र मंथन उस टाइम चला था, ऐसे बोला जाता है, समुद्र मंथन में हम समुद्र के हमारे जो 7,516 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर का जो हमारा कोस्टल लिंक है, तो वो कोस्टल एरिया में भी और क्रिटिकल मिनरल के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा हमने समुद्र मंथन करने का निर्णय किया। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है उसमें अमृत ही निकलेगा, ये तो मुझे पूरा विश्वास है। तो इसीलिए क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स, देयर वर अराउंड 30 मिनरल्स टोटली। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी हैव आइडेंटिफाइड व्हिच आर द क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स फॉर द इंडिया। तो एक बार इससे पहले भी मैंने पूछा था, तब कांताराव जी नहीं थे, संजय लोया से पूछा था शायद। तो ये क्रिटिकल मिनरल बार बार मुझे बोलते हैं, क्रिटिकल मिनरल है कौन सा, ये बताओ हमारे देश के लिए क्रिटिकल मिनरल कौन है। तो उन्होंने कुछ तो गिनाया, लेकिन उन्होंने एक पॉलिसी मैटर के बारे में मुझे बताया, हमारा तो लिस्ट ही नहीं है साहब। तब मैंने बोला पहले तो लिस्ट करो यार, हमारा जो क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स हमारे लिए कौन सा क्रिटिकल है। तब हमने क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स का निर्णय लिया और फ्यू मंथ्स बैक उसका रिलीज भी हमने किया है। उसमें तो टोटल 30 है, 30 में 6 हमारे पास है ही नहीं, इसलिए 24 मिनरल्स एज ऑन डे, थोड़ा कम मात्रा में हो, ज़्यादा मात्रा में हमारे पास आज वो मिनरल है, इसलिए उसका एक्सप्लोरेशन के लिए हमने एक्सप्लोरेशन और माइनिंग के लिए शुरू किया है। सो नाउ एट प्रेजेंट वी हैव लॉन्च्ड अराउंड 20 माइंस एंड उसमें 2 लिथियम का भी है। तो इसमें हमने क्या किया, जो कुछ भी बदलाव लाए, इसमें तो सरफेशियल मिनरल्स का ही जीएसआई एमईसीएल वही करते थे। तो हमने क्या किया, जीएसआई को हमने बोला सरफेशियल में आपने G2 लेवल तक, कोल के लिए G2 लेवल, बॉक्साइट के लिए G2 लेवल, और आयरन ओर के लिए G2 लेवल, लाइमस्टोन के लिए G2 लेवल। ये G2 लेवल देने तक तो बरसों चले जाते थे। तो हम सब ऑफिसर जब बैठे थे हमको बताया गया ये G4 लेवल में हम या G3 लेवल में हम ऑक्शन कर सकते हैं। ये निर्णय होने के बाद हम सब मिलके हमने एक डायरेक्शन दिया, आप अभी ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा G4 लेवल और G3 लेवल में ले दीजिए और आप क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स रिपोर्ट ज़्यादा करिए। थोड़ा तो शुरू हो गया, अभी रिपोर्ट आना भी अच्छे ढंग से शुरू हुआ है। इस बीच में हम एम्पानलमेंट ऑफ द प्राइवेट एजेंसी फॉर द एक्सप्लोरेशन, 16 एजेंसीज हैव बीन एक्सप्लोर्ड। देखो तो विचित्र स्थिति, देखो हमारे पास एनमेट का फंड था लेकिन उसका भी उपयोग नहीं होता था। हमने एनमेट फंड का उपयोग करके हमने ये बदलाव लाया। बदलाव लाके अभी एक तो क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स में भी हम जूनियर माइनर्स का 2021 में कंसेप्ट लाया, उसमें भी एनमेट से हम पैसा देंगे। और सरफेशियल मिनरल हो, क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स हो, अगर स्टेट जो ऑक्शन करते हैं 24 मिनरल्स तो हम ऑक्शन करते हैं, जो स्टेट करते हैं उसमें भी हम पैसे एनमेट से देने का डिसीजन किया है। पहली बार मशीनरी, अगर डायरेक्टर जनरल ऑफ माइंस स्टेट में अगर कुछ इक्विपमेंट्स लेते हैं तो, कुछ मशीनरी लेते हैं तो हम उनके लिए स्टेट को बुला के पैसा ले लो यार, खरीद लो, इक्विपमेंट खरीद दो और आप एक्सप्लोरेशन कर दो, आप ऑक्शन कर दो। आप सक्सेसफुली ऑक्शन करते हैं तो पैसा तो ऑक्शन का जो रेवेन्यू है पूरा उनको ही मिलेगा, रॉयल्टी उनको मिलेगा, प्रीमियम उनको मिलेगा। लेकिन हमने निर्णय ये किया अगर आप सक्सेसफुली ऑक्शन करते, जो हम रिपोर्ट देते हैं, जीएसआई से जो करके रिपोर्ट देते हैं, एमईसीएल से करके देते हैं, अगर वो भी आप सक्सेसफुली ऑक्शन में करते हैं तो हम आपको 25% इंसेंटिव देते हैं। चलो यार कुछ तो करो। तो मोदी जी ने बोला था आपके पास पैसा है, दे दो यार, पैसा दे के कुछ करो। So with this concept of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, today in last 1-2 years, तो टोटल 368 ऑक्शन शुरू होने के बाद 368 ऑक्शन हुआ है। उसमें 200 से ज़्यादा ये 2020 का जो हमारा बदलाव, 2021 में जो हमने बदलाव लाया उसके बाद हुआ है। तो दिस इज द विजन ऑफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर। सो कीपिंग दैट इन माइंड, ये क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स का भी हमने ये जो रोड शो रखा है, इसमें तो जो भी आपका सुझाव है, मैं पहले आपको एक चीज़ बताना चाहता हूँ, वट एवर द सजेशन यू हैव, तो हम तो पब्लिक डोमेन में रख के ही बहुत चीज़ कर रहे हैं। तो आपका सुझाव आप कृपया हमारे पास भेज दीजिए। वी आर रेडी टू लुक इनटू इट वेरी पॉजिटिवली। तो अभी तो ऑक्शन शुरू हो गया है। नेक्स्ट ट्रांच में अगर कुछ आप विन विन सिचुएशन पर, विन विन सिचुएशन मन में रखते हुए, इफ़ यू सजेस्ट स्पेसिफिक थिंग्स, वी आर रेडी टू अकोमोडेट इट। मैंने सेक्रेटरी और एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी सबको कह कर रखा है, जो कुछ भी अच्छा सजेशन आता है, आवर माइंड शुड बी टोटली ओपन। तो अच्छा सजेशन आता है तो हमारा एक ही लक्ष्य है, एक ही माइंड में बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा कमाने का, रेवेन्यू लेने का नहीं, तो क्वांटम इम्प्रूवमेंट करके सरकार को रेवेन्यू लेना है। ये स्पष्ट नीति माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का है। इसीलिए मुझे कई लोग बोलते हैं आपका ये कोयला का ऑक्शन थोड़ा कम करो, बहुत जो प्रीमियम जो हो रहा है, ऑक्शन हो रहा है बहुत कम में हो रहा है, 5%, 6%। मैंने बोला जो होता है तो पहले तो ऑक्शन करेंगे। ऐसे इसमें भी हमारा सोच है कि हम आत्मनिर्भर हम बनने का लक्ष्य में हम बहुत ही इन्वेस्टर फ्रेंडली, इंडस्ट्री फ्रेंडली हम करना चाहते हैं। इसीलिए मैं आपसे निवेदन करता हूं कि आपका जो कुछ भी आपका सजेशन है, वो सजेशन हमारे पास कृपया भेज दीजिए, हम ज़रूर उसके लिए बहुत पॉजिटिवली हम देखेंगे। और दूसरी बात मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ, ये तो मैं स्पेशली जीएसआई को मेरा निवेदन भी है, निर्देश भी है। अब तो एनजीडीआर पोर्टल तो लॉन्च किया है, कितने लोगों को एनजीडीआर पोर्टल देख के उसका उपयोग करके उसका उपयोग कैसे करना, ये भी हमको ट्रेनिंग देना है। वी हैव टू ट्रेन द पीपल हाउ टू यूज़ दैट एंड कमर्शियली उसको कैसे अप्लाई करना। क्योंकि हमने तो ठीक है, ये तो एनजीडीआर पोर्टल जो है इसका तो हमने एक लेवल पे ग्लोबली, ये तो हम ग्लोबल लेवल पर जो मिनरल रिच कंट्रीज़ हैं जो ऑलरेडी माइनिंग में बहुत हमारे देश के तुलना में बहुत आगे बढ़ चुके हैं, उस लेवल पे उस क्लब में हम आ गए हैं। जब ये हमने एनजीडीआर पोर्टल तो लॉन्च किया, पूरा रिपोजिटरी हम एक जगह सभी को मिल जाए ऐसे एक व्यवस्था तो किया है, लेकिन इसको कैसे उपयोग करना, हाउ टू यूज़ इट, तो इसके लिए हमारा डिपार्टमेंट और जीएसआई मिल के इसके एक ट्रेनिंग देना चाहिए, एक प्रोग्राम करना चाहिए। और हमारा जो इन्वेस्टर्स है, इन्वेस्टर्स को इसके पूरा इन्फॉर्मेशन हम बुला के देना चाहिए। इसके लिए ज़रूरत है तो इसके लिए भी एनमेट में पैसा देने के लिए हम व्यवस्था करेंगे। नियम में कुछ इश्यू है तो वो नियम के लिए भी हम बदलाव ला करके देंगे, लेकिन सबको ट्रेनिंग दे दो। आई वॉन्ट दैट दिस पोर्टल शुड बी मैक्सिमम यूटिलाइज, इसको यूटिलाइज करना चाहिए। तो यूटिलाइज ही नहीं होता है तो हमने बड़ा फंक्शन करते हैं, 5 स्टार होटल में फंक्शन करते हैं, लेकिन बाद में एक दिन, आज तो एडवर्टाइजमेंट भी आया है और प्रधानमंत्री जी का नेचर भी आप जानते हैं, 1 महीने 1.5 महीने 2 महीने के बाद 3 महीने के बाद कभी भी पूछ सकते हैं, अरे प्रहलाद आपने किया है, उस दिन भाषण भी दिया है और पेपर में एडवर्टाइजमेंट पे हुआ क्या, आप बोले तो कुछ नहीं हुआ साहब, बोले तो किया क्यों, ऐसे पूछते हैं। तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर वांट्स रिजल्ट, तो इसके लिए ट्रेनिंग देना शुरू करो। जनार्दन प्रसाद जी, ट्रेनिंग देना शुरू करो, उसके लिए जो कुछ भी अगर बदलाव है तो वो भी चेंज करो। और ये सब करने के बाद, इतना आपने एनजीडीआर किया और ट्रेनिंग दिया, तो उसके बाद मैं स्पेशली जियोलॉजिकल मेमोरेंडम एंड रिपोर्ट्स आज के दिन में सरफेशियल और क्रिटिकल सब मिला के आप लोग 500 करते हैं, है ना जनार्दन प्रसाद जी, 500 करते हैं। तो इसके बाद उसका टारगेट क्या रखना है, तो कम से कम 1000 करो इसका, यू मेक इट 1000। तो ऑल दैट शुड बी अवेलेबल, एवरीथिंग शुड बी अवेलेबल टू द इन्वेस्टर, अवेलेबल टू द माइनर्स, सो दैट हम देखो ऑस्ट्रेलिया जैसे बड़ा देश, ठीक है, जहाँ काम करने के लिए लोग नहीं हैं, हमारे से 3-4 गुना बड़ा है, लेकिन 2.5 करोड़ आबादी है, जस्ट 2.5 करोड़ ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन। तो फिर भी उनका जो रिपोजिटरी है, पूरा उनका वो जियोलॉजिकल पोटेंशियल भी है, उनका तो सब माइनिंग का एक्सप्लोरेशन भी है, हमारा तो एक्सप्लोरेशन बहुत पेंडिंग है अभी। तो इसलिए हमने माइनर मिनरल्स का भी कंसेप्ट इस बीच में लाया है। उसमें भी पहले एक था कि जो जूनियर माइनर रहते वो अल्टीमेटली माइनिंग लाइसेंस, माइनिंग लीज के ऑक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर सकते। तो इसमें भी हम सब लोग सोच विचार करके हमने एक निर्णय किया, वो भी इसमें ऑक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं। ये सजेशन किसी ने दिया हमको, क्योंकि मेरा तो सोच है कि तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो ऑफिसर लोग को होंगे, मेरा तो सोच है, तो हम तो इसमें बृहस्पति नहीं, हम कुछ जानते नहीं, आप लोगों से हम तो मिल के बातचीत करके समझ के जो कुछ भी देश के लिए, सेक्टर के लिए अच्छा होता है वो करने के लिए हम इधर बैठे हैं मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में। तो इसीलिए आपको ये सजेशन दिया, आप ही लोग दिया कि इसमें जो जूनियर माइनर्स जो पहले जो नया कानून के जो अमेंडमेंट लाए हैं, नया रूल्स भी लाया है, उसके अनुसार जूनियर माइनर्स तो इसमें पहले पार्टिसिपेट न करना ऐसे एक प्रावधान था, वो तो चेंज करके वो भी पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं, वो हमने किया है। तो इसीलिए मेरा और अभी हम नियरली अबाउट 100 क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स का द रिपोर्ट्स भी more than 100 blocks for the critical and strategic minerals are explored by the government agency and identified for the future auctions. वो भी हम जल्द से जल्द ऑक्शन में लाना है. The next tranche कब करेंगे कांताराव जी?
Before February.
Before February. So before February we will bring the next tranche of the auction also. Nearly about 100 blocks are ready with us. तो मैं फिर से आप सब लोगों को आह्वान करता हूँ. मैं ज़्यादा ये लिखित भाषण पढ़ने के लिए मैं तो स्वभाव भी थोड़ा कम है ऐसे लिखित भाषण पढ़ने का, इसीलिए मैंने मेरे मन में जो हार्टली मैं जो कह सकता हूँ मैंने आपके सामने रखा हूँ. मैं फिर से आह्वान करता हूँ माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में हम विश्व के तीसरी अर्थव्यवस्था बनने के लिए माइनिंग सेक्टर का बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन हो सकता है, ऑलरेडी हो रहा है और भी ज़्यादा हम कर सकते हैं. बिकॉज इट एड्स टू इकोनॉमी. जैसे मैंने अदर डे पार्लियामेंट में कहा, ये एक माइनिंग अगर शुरू होता तो एक डायरेक्ट एम्प्लॉयमेंट होता है तो 10 इनडायरेक्ट एम्प्लॉयमेंट होता है. तो इसके लिए ऑटोमेटिकली इकोनॉमी बहुत सुधर जाता है. तो ऐसे तो इकोनॉमी हम फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी, दिस इज द बेस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड ऑल्सो वी नीड सच टाइप ऑफ एटमॉस्फियर इन द कंट्री. देखिए अगर इतने बड़ी मात्रा में FDI आ रहा है, इतनी बड़ी मात्रा में इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रहा है. नाउ इंडिया इज कंसिडर्ड टू बी द वर्ल्ड फैक्ट्री. बिफोर दिस चाइना वाज ओनली कंसिडर्ड एज द वर्ल्ड फैक्ट्री. जो कुछ भी मिलना है तो चाइना से मिलना, ठीक है अभी भी है, लेकिन बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में शिफ्टिंग हो रहा है और भारत में भी इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रहा है. जब भारत में इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के लिए लोग तैयार है, जो कुछ भी हमारे पास मिनरल्स अवेलेबल है वो तो हमको देने के लिए हम तैयार रहना चाहिए. पावर देने के लिए तैयार रहना चाहिए. पावर मीन्स मैं इलेक्ट्रिक पावर बोल रहा हूँ, बाकी पावर तो आप लोग हमको देंगे ही देंगे, हमको पूरा विश्वास है. तो ये इलेक्ट्रिक पावर के लिए व्यवस्था करना चाहिए, क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स के लिए व्यवस्था करना चाहिए. उसके लिए बिजनेस करने के लिए एक अच्छे एटमॉस्फेयर हमको क्रिएट करना है. तो हमारे सरकार का माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का सोच है, बिजनेस वाले इंडस्ट्री वाले भी अच्छा काम करना चाहिए, उनको भी जो कुछ भी हमको मदद करना है करना चाहिए. तो जब हम उनको अच्छे मदद करते हैं तब हम उनसे टैक्स ले सकते हैं, रेवेन्यू ले सकते हैं. उस रेवेन्यू से हम गरीबों का सेवा कर सकते हैं. ये हमारा क्लियर सोच है. तो इसके कारण हम तो विन विन सिचुएशन में आप जो कुछ भी अच्छे सजेशन दे सकते हैं कृपया हमारे पास भेज दीजिए. अगर पॉलिटिकल लेवल का हमारे लेवल का इंटरवेंशन ज़रूर रहते तो मैं और मेरा मित्र दानवे साहब भी वी आर ऑलवेज रेडी, बट वी वांट दैट वी शुड गो फॉरवर्ड. बिकॉज हमारा बहुत कम हुआ है इस क्षेत्र में. ओवरऑल हमारा जो कुछ भी अभी तक हुआ है तो उस 10 वर्ष में बहुत बदलाव आया है. फिर भी और कुछ भी हम कर सकते हैं. इसके लिए मैं आपका भी सहयोग चाहता हूँ, मदद चाहता हूँ, और हमारे से आपको जो चाहिए वो भी हम करने के लिए तैयार है. इसी के साथ जो ये NGDR पोर्टल हमने लॉन्च किया है तो उसके लिए वो तो पोर्टल के साथ आप सब लोग मिलके इसका पूरा उपयोग करना चाहिए. और मैं इसी के साथ ये रोड शो में जो इंडस्ट्री पार्टनर्स जो इधर ज्वाइन हुआ है उनको भी फिर से आह्वान करता हूँ, पूरा ट्रांसपेरेंट सिस्टम से बहुत अच्छे ढंग से हम एक विदाउट ह्यूमन इंटरफेरेंस हम इसको क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स को ऑक्शन करने जा रहा है. आप कृपया विदाउट फियर आप इसमें भाग लीजिए. वी आर ऑल देयर विथ यू सो दैट इट शुड बिकम द फर्स्ट एंड इट बिकम वेरी वेरी सक्सेसफुल. यही हमारा इच्छा है. आप सभी लोगों को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. मैं आने में थोड़ा देरी हुआ, आप सब लोग जानते हैं पार्लियामेंट चल रहा है तो उधर भी सस्पेंशन ये सब बहुत ज़्यादा ही हो रहा है. तो क्योंकि हमको कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहा है, क्योंकि काम अच्छा हो रहा है तो इसलिए कुछ लोग कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहे हैं, इसलिए थोड़ा आने में देरी हुआ है. आपसे क्षमा प्रार्थना करते हुए तो आप सभी को फिर से एक बार धन्यवाद, नमस्कार.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद महोदय. आपकी उपस्थिति हेतु, हमारे इस कार्यक्रम के लिए समय निकालने हेतु हमारा मार्गदर्शन करने हेतु एवं अपने मूल्यवान विचारों को साझा करने हेतु हम भविष्य में भी चाहेंगे आप अवश्य हमारे इस खान मंत्रालय के कार्यक्रमों में आएँ और हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें. Well, just an important information before we move to the next segment of the program that we are following. All our friends and from press and media, they're requested to kindly assemble in room number 293, that is on second floor, and there we'll be having a press conference and our dignitaries would be interacting with you. So that will be immediately after this event. And moving forward, we now move to the last segment of this event, that is to do with Thanksgiving. Should no one's effort be missed out to be acknowledged, may I request Shri Dheeraj Kumar, Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Mines, to kindly come forward and propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Dheeraj was so busy for last 3-4 days, so he has given this responsibility to me to deliver the vote of thanks. So, at the outset, respected Shri Pralhad Joshi ji, Honorable Minister of Mines, Coal and Parliamentary Affairs, Shri Raosaheb Patil Danve ji, Honorable Minister of State for Railways, Coal and Mines, Central Government. I would like to express my thanks कि आप लोग यहाँ पे आए, मंचासीन हुए और आपने अपने ओजस्वी विचारों से इस सभा को का ज्ञानवर्धन किया. मैं जो है श्री जनार्दन प्रसाद जी, डीजी जीएसआई, और श्री टीपी सिंह जी, डीजी बाइजैक एन, इनका भी हार्दिक धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि ये जो एनजीडीआर पोर्टल जो हमने वर्ल्ड क्लास रिपोजिटरी बनाया है, तो इस पोर्टल में इन दोनों महानुभावों ने नेतृत्व प्रदान किया और बहुत ही अहम योगदान दिया. मैं आई वुड आल्सो लाइक टू एक्सप्रेस माय थैंक्स टू द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स, our esteemed guests from PSUs, industry members, ladies and gentlemen, for being present on this very important evening. So I, on behalf of Ministry of Mines and the entire fraternity present here today, extend a hearty vote of thanks to all the participants for taking time from your respective schedules to grace this august occasion. We sincerely hope that the Mining Roadshow and the launch of Geoscience Data Repository today will lead to further strengthening the mining ecosystem in the country. Although the establishment of the work of data repository, it started on, the job order was given by GSI on 10th February 2002, but the work for establishing the repository, it started in the right earnest when Shri Sanjay Loya ji, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Mines, he visited BISAC in their premises, and we had a one-to-one meeting between the team of BISAC and GSI, and then the things were expedited. And today we are seeing the culmination of the result for that. And I would also like to inform you that the team of BISAC N and the GSI, who had worked so hard, meticulously, painstakingly for making this NGDR a success, both the teams are present here. So, yeah, a round of applause. I would request that they can just stand up so that the participants here, they can just see the team from GSI and BISAC M who has. I would just like to remind that since we have already populated most of the geological data of GSI on the portal, it is very user-friendly. We have studied all the repositories of Canada, Australia, etc., and tried to make it a state-of-art. But now a lot of road lies ahead, because the data of the other geoscience stakeholders has to be populated, and then the second phase of development of NGDR will start, where all AI and ML applications for data interpretation and mineral targeting, that has to be integrated with this. So Then moving forward, the presentations made by the SBI caps, I am hopeful that they must have cleared many doubts and provided useful information about the e-auction process. I would like to thank the presenters for bringing clarity about the e-auction process of the central government. Then I would also like to thank Shri Vivek Sharma ji for making presentation on the scheme for engagement of NPEAs directly by NMET. And though a short presentation was made because before the Honorable Minister arrived, so we would like to thank Shri Mustaq Ahmed ji for elaborating on the key features of the exploration license. We thank you all for being with us for this evening. It has been a great pleasure. Thank you all.
Well, thank you very much, sir, for acknowledging the efforts of one and all. With the permission of the chair, we'd like to bring to an end the proceedings of this session, and maybe request all members in the audience to kindly join us for dinner, which is almost ready to be served. I request the dignitaries to kindly allow them to leave the auditorium, and afterwards you can just... Thank you very much.